that you just saw a second.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had a great day yesterday. All right, my camera's not working. We'll figure that out as we go here. But Peter, good morning to you. How you doing, my friend? Oh, I cannot hear Peter.
And that's me. That's me.
Oh, I got you now. Got you now. Okay.
That I'm doing good. I'm living in the light, unlike you, who apparently didn't pay the electricity bill.
They cut me off, man.
Yeah, you're gone. Wow. Yeah, cut you off. Well, speaking of being cut off, I had this weird thing yesterday. We'll just do a random thing here. You guys may notice I had this weird thing on my head. They cut it off yesterday. I went to the dermatologist and he's like, I'm pretty sure this thing is benign. What do you want to do about it? And I'm like, well, are you pretty sure? Or are you like 100% sure? It's like, I'm pretty sure. So I said, well, maybe we should get it tested. He's like, yeah, I'll send it for a biopsy. But, if I'm pretty sure it's benign, which means it's cosmetic if you want it removed. So that'll cost you $350. I'm like, well, what happens if I leave it? He's like, nothing. We'll just send it for testing. So, but if you want to cut off, $350. And I'm Canadian. I'm not used to paying for medical procedures. So I'm like, well, so I could leave it and you set it for tests. And if it comes back and says it's cancerous, then you'll cut it off for free. But I said, oh, yeah, I'll pay the $350. Whatever. Cut my face off.
Think that was the right call, man.
I don't know. I figured, I want to get rid of it. When in doubt, cut it out. Yeah. Anyways, it was just weird for me. Like I wasn't used to the doctor like giving you options, and he's like, "Well, you can go with the cheaper treatment for only $250, or instead of lasering it off and cauterizing it that way, we'll just freeze it, and that's cheaper." And I'm like, "What the hell?" It's all. Anyways, it was weird for me to have options. I mean, I'm used to they just medically take care of you. Maybe things have gone downhill here. I'm not used to it. Anyways.
Yeah, it's new world.
Yeah.
All right, friends.
There you go. You got the camera working.
That's excellent. It was just turn it on and back on, and it seemed to have like that second time around. Friends, quick look at our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. Good morning to everyone over on YouTube. Good morning in our chat as well. Happy to have you guys here on this beautiful Thursday morning. So gappers list right now, some stuff in the red as the FOMC decision is behind us now. Market has reacted in a couple of ways this morning. We've seen a little bit of reaction up, down first this morning, up now, and a little bit sliding off right now. So a lot to see here. Looking forward to hopefully this gappers list being a little bit better, and most importantly, not having such a choppy mornings like we've been having lately, even out of our usual suspects. So looking forward to that. Peter, before we jump into this gappers list, what does our U.S. economic calendar look like today?
Well, you mentioned the FOMC decision yesterday, so let's start there because it was largely, I would say, a non-event, but that's expected. The Fed cut the rate by a quarter point, which is exactly what was expected. The market sort of reacted. I mean, it did sort of go up afterwards, which was interesting. Towards the end of the day, we did get a pop higher, and we did close, higher overall. So, that was good, but it wasn't like super aggressive. It was just sort of a mild increase. That being said, like you said, we really do hope the volumes increase and come back into the market because it's been low volume for about 2 weeks now, and that's not as much fun. You just don't get the same continuing movements. you don't get the same enthusiasm, I guess, for market activity as you do when you have lots of volume. So fingers crossed for volume. This morning, we do have a couple of data points, as you can see, that have already come out. The jobless claims, both initial and continuing. Initial jobless claims are higher. Continuing jobless claims are lower. There's a lot of debate over this data and what it means because, there's a view that initial jobless claims is generally bad if it goes up, but it's being offset by the continuing, which I guess the suggestion, unfortunately, they don't have a lot of background data, right? The suggestion is people are just not applying for unemployment anymore. They've given up. Now, I don't understand that because if you get paid, that's the suggestion. One way or the other, it's generally seen as good news if the continuing jobless claims have gone down. Trade balance is an interesting one that came out. $10 billion better than expected. I guess that's better. Anyways, lower, which would mean that imports exceeded exports by only 52.8 billion versus the anticipated 62.5 billion. So there's your numbers for this morning. That's pretty much all we have. There's nothing coming out later today. Usually we get some 10 a.m. data. There's like wholesale inventories that are coming out, but that's the market I can almost guarantee you completely ignore that number. And then we've got the Fed balance sheet that's coming out after the close. So nothing else to worry about. Really, we've got to face this market, and we had a couple of earnings last night. There's one this morning that I'm looking at, but and we'll talk about those. But all in all, it's relatively quiet from just things gapping and moving aggressively. As you pointed out, Carlos, there's a few things on our gappers list. We'll get through those, but I'm still hoping for some decent trading today because I actually didn't have that great of a day yesterday. So
yeah. No, it was a tough day yesterday. I had a one green trade, one red trade, and it's been somewhat like that all week. So let's hope this gappers list or even our usual suspects today are back to normal trading activities. That would be a whole lot of fun. All right, let's jump in here, friends. Let's look at the first one. Leading the way this morning on the gap up list, low flow stock MIGI. So Migi, Mawson Infrastructure. This morning we're up 34%, 7.8 million shares traded. Hard to borrow, as you would expect, coming out of a list like this one. So for the most part, again, not anything we like, but we do see some activity this morning. Peter, any news behind it?
Migi. I don't think I've never heard of this one before, so I'm not familiar with it. It is apparently it's a new capital market type trade, which means that they've got a crypto investment. Bitcoin is their chosen treasury investment, and I guess it's tied to that. Let's see, what is Bitcoin doing this morning? Oops, wrong window. Bitcoin this morning is it's down. It's at 89,900. Nope, sorry, 90,100. I love crypto. It just sort of bounces around. But that's down from about 94,000 where it was overnight. So back down a little bit. There's no real news on the company, so I don't know why it's moving, Carlos. I don't think this is one we want to spend time watching.
Yeah, low flow stocks usually not our cup of tea here. So
good,
yeah, volume is great, man. 7.9, up 28%. But again, it's just our strategies do not work well with these things. And what I usually see with these low flow stocks, more often than not always, is that the pre-market is great. Market open is just pure garbage. They usually tend to sell off. Not always. Once in a while, you get the ones that run, and it can be good for opportunities for some scalping plays. But like this one here, you don't have inventory to short on it. So even if you wanted to catch a short opportunity, you're not going to be able to, at least with interactive brokers, right? So let's look at it a little bit later, see what the pre-market action, what the market open actually looks like compared to the pre-market action. Could be a whole different story. Next one on here is going to be PL, not a low flow, sitting at 255 million shares flow. This one up 20% this morning. Planet Labs PBC, 1 million shares traded. For the most part on the daily, they don't get a whole lot of volume. You can see here how light it is, but they've been having some fun in September. Beautiful run into October. very, very nice, going from 7 to about 15. And then here gapping up again this morning. So, Peter, this one seeing some success recently in the last couple of months, and today some action. Anything good on it?
Ugh. Just a lot of really bad puns going on in the news headlines. I think some of the reporters are getting getting bored. Planet Labs is an aerospace and defense company, and the headline: Planet Labs stock soars after earnings report. Why shares are headed to the moon. Anyways, it's yeah, they space exploration is their game. And I gotta believe that they're moving. They did have earnings. It looks like they had a good quarter, so that's got them moving a little bit higher. I gotta believe that they're getting a little bit of a bump as well because the biggest, maybe the potentially biggest publicly traded space stock, or soon to be, SpaceX has announced that they are going to IPO in 2026. It's been rumored for a long time that they're heading that way. It's expected to IPO somewhere around 1.5 trillion in valuation, and it's thinking that they're going to raise somewhere around 30 to 50 billion dollars worth of cash through the process. So, they've been, Elon's been resisting for a long time, right, to going public. Um, so it's a little bit of a surprise. He's finally capitulated, although again, it's been rumored for a long time when that it's going to happen. So we'll see. SpaceX, it should be a lot of fun. Like, I mean, that will be one of the most eagerly anticipated IPOs if and when it happens sometime in 2026. We don't have a date, so I have no idea whether it's going to be January or December of next year. So, but we'll find out. It's more likely it's going to be mid-year, sometime in the summer. But I think this PL is probably getting just a boost, like some of the space stocks, just because of the it's in the same industry.
All right, there you go. How well is going to trade? I'm on the fence on that. You going to have it on your list, Peter?
No.
Yeah, this seemed like something we would. All right, continuing here, friends. DXYZ. So DXXYZ. Very interesting ticker name here. Destiny Tech. What is it? Is this like an ETF or something? No, it's not.
Destiny Tech 100. It
Yeah,
sounds
what
like
is this?
yeah, I don't know. Why is this feels like I think it's related as well to SpaceX.
Hmm.
Are they an
Okay.
investor? Or maybe they're. I don't even know what these guys do.
Yeah, I'm looking them up. I
Uh,
don't think we heard of these guys, but let's see.
no.
Uh, what is it? Oh, it is some kind of New York Stock
Yeah. So
Exchange. Yeah,
Destiny Tech 100 has 23.3% of the currently, the privately issued SpaceX shares.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they're set for a big payday in when this goes public. So so
yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
there's a lot of this SpaceX related news. We're going to see a few tickers like we mentioned on here.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna leave that alone. I just don't know how well that's going to trade given that news. On to the next one here. IRBT, lower price stock. That's a low flow sitting at 26 million shares so far, up 11%, 6.3 million shares traded at the moment. And you can see here on the daily, we've seen a couple of really good moves. Yesterday from 4 to about 550. This morning hitting as high as 6. So definitely in play over the last couple of days. This is iRobot, really in play today.
Uh, SpaceX related? I mean, you've got
I
to
don't
keep
know.
space clean. No. This is more of a short squeeze. It is sort of indirectly related, only in that, like I say, we're seeing a lot of tech stuff and AI related stocks that are moving. But the iRobot is, I mean, their short float is like 47%. That is stunningly short. So you only need a little bit of good news somewhere for this thing to, put in a short squeeze and force a bunch of people out. It looks like that's been happening over the course of the last week or so. It just happens today that it hits our list. I think honestly, with the SpaceX news, I think is probably what's just pushing a bunch of things. Our robot sort of got caught up in it got. I was trying to find a vacuum cleaner joke. It got sucked up with the rest.
It's
Anyways.
close.
Anyway.
Close enough. We'll take it. I gotta say, the people that do have this machine, the few people I know that have them, that own them, they love it. They swear by it up and down, man. They love waking up in the morning, the floors being extremely clean, and every night it goes on. It is loud. It is loud, by the way. It's very very loud. They tell me, but they love how clean the floors
Yeah.
come out every morning. Yeah. So
Really?
yeah,
I never
yeah,
thought about how loud it would be.
yeah. That's
I
pretty loud.
I can't see getting one myself, but maybe I'll have to just
Yeah,
because.
and test it out. So
Hmm.
all right. So there it is. iRobot doing some stuff. This is a low flow ticker, but it is an actual company. Like we can see here, we can look up their products. You know, people that have their products. So although it's a low flow, I think it's one that could be interesting today. Peter, what's your thoughts on it, man? I like the pre-market action. I like the volume we're getting here, 6.4 million. They do have a website that we can look at. What's your thoughts?
Well,
I say that
yes, it is a
because
real company,
you know
with
we,
real
we have
products.
these low flow stocks that you cannot tell anything on what they do. There's no website. It's like some
Yeah.
IPO box address that you never heard of. I mean, is it a real company? This one is. This actually is a real company. So I'm inclined to put it on the list today, man.
True.
What's your thoughts?
It's not bad. Like you said, I mean, the volume at 6.5 million shares here it's certainly in play, and it might be worth watching. I don't know. I wouldn't normally put iRobot on the list, but it looks better than usual. So why not? Until we find something better, let's keep it there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on here. It looks good today. Good action this morning. Let's see if this amounts to anything. Um, what is a Roomba? I heard of it, but is that like a broom or is that a vacuum? I heard the name, but I can't pinpoint exactly what it
Isn't
is.
it? Isn't it?
What is
It's
what?
a robotic vacuum cleaner, isn't it? It's just.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh,
Is it?
Roomba is
Is it a competitive product or it's one of their products? I
it's
don't
one
even
of their
know.
models. Looks like okay, it's one of their
Yeah,
models. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
This
so.
is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right, so a couple of people in chat do own some of these things. All right, let's continue, friends. So here at tradingterminal.com, our gappers list, we're looking at the gap up. So far, gone to 3. iRobot we do like, so I'm gonna put that on the list today. It does look good. It is a low flow stock sitting at 26 million, so you got to be careful on this one. Do we have shares for short? Let me go back and just check that real quick. We do have shares for short, and how many do we have? 450,000 were intact to brokers. So there's some there. GEMI is next. So Gemini Space Station, Peter. Looks like we're going on to the same space situation here theme. This was gapping up 9% this morning, 446,000 shares traded. Also hard to borrow. Also a low flow ticker. So again, I don't think I'll be watching this one, but your thoughts on it?
Well, I did this get caught just because people are confused by the name? I'm not sure. Yes, the company's called Gemini Space Station Inc. It's a company that's founded by the Winklevoss twins. If you remember them from their fight with Zuckerberg over Facebook way back when. But they don't run space stations. This is a cryptocurrency exchange. So it really has nothing to do with space, but it is interesting that it's moving today. They did issue a statement just the other day thanking President Trump for their CFTC approval to begin offering prediction markets to the U.S. customers. So they're leveraging the billionaire connection there to get some help. But yeah, I don't know. I've never seen the company before. I don't, they've had they ever since they IPO'd, this has not been doing well. You just have to look at the daily chart to see it has not gone well as this thing IPO'd around, well, it was supposed to IPO around $40. It only opened around 35 or something like that, 36, 37 maybe. And it has basically been straight down ever since. So yeah, I'm sure did not go the way they had hoped.
Yeah, it's not doing good
I
at all.
can I just it's funny because I only know the Winklevoss twins from from like the movie where they were portrayed. Here's a recent picture of the two of them, and it's just they look like those. I just say it? They look like those douchey white bros, man. They even have like look at the Nautica bags in the background. I just these you, there's something about them. Like what's with this? They look like caricatures of themselves, little square heads, and anyways, very
Yeah,
strange. Anyways.
there it is. There it is.
They've been
Uh,
portrayed in so many different things and in different because I mean not only is there sort of the movie of Facebook, but there was a show which is the show? There's a show with Rob Lowe where he's like a crazy CEO. I think it's like a biotech company, but and in it they portray like these twins that are like no, I can't remember what it was called, and it's his son who comes back to try and keep him in check. And anyways, my wife and I started watching a few episodes of it, but they have in that a pair of like on their board they've got a billionaire twins who were like portrayed anyway in this show as total morons. And of course, they don't make any direct reference, but as soon as you put billionaire twins in there trying to, get in on the board level of some company, you got to be thinking of those dudes. Anyways,
yeah, I can see that.
I
Yeah,
can't remember the name of the show. Unstable. There you go. Thank you. Yes, I think that's what the show is called.
I don't think I ever seen that show,
Oh,
or heard of it.
yeah.
Unstable now. No.
Yeah, it's Rob Lowe, and his son plays his son in the show. His son is
Okay.
actually played by his real son, John Owen Lowe. So,
Mm.
anyways,
Yeah, I can say I've seen this. Okay.
yeah.
All right, friends. I don't like this one. I'm gonna leave it alone, and we'll see what else we can pick off here. So let's continue. We have some more on the gap up list. Not a whole lot that's looking great so far. CIEN, Sienna Corporation. We've seen this ticker in the past. Today they're up 8.6 with 235,000 shares trade. So nice big pop for them. And I gotta say, look at this daily. Look at this daily. This stock was
I know.
$40 in April. I mean, my goodness, September. What happened in September? September, they gapped up and they just took off. Gapped up to about 112, and they're sitting at
Well, that
241
was their
just a couple of months later.
yeah, that was their last earnings. So their
Okay.
last earnings caused that gap up, and then they've been off to the races ever since. Yeah, this typically we wouldn't look at it just because the volume's low, 3.5 million average daily shares, which puts it under our threshold for awareness. But yeah, it's been Sienna. Again, this is a throwback for me. Company I used to deal with back in my tech days. They had earnings this morning, which is why they're on our radar today. Beat their numbers, delivering 1.35 billion in revenue versus 1.28 forecast, and earnings were about a 15% surprise at 89 cents versus 77 cents. So that's a good, good numbers. They're continuing to execute. Obviously, a sort of a smaller tech company compared to a lot of the stuff that we watch. But yeah, it's if you had bought and hold, you'd be pretty happy right now. As you said, pointed out, Carlos, you could have got this back in April for about $50, $55, and cashing out at 240 now, looking pretty
Yeah.
good.
They are looking pretty good. Their website's not looking great, but makes sense. They're spending all their money elsewhere. Definitely not on their website. This thing looks so 1990s. Boxes everywhere. All right.
Well,
It is what it is. Hey, that's not the
they have
important
been
thing, right?
around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know them from the '90s when I used to work with them, but yeah, I don't know when they were founded, but it's somewhere around there. So
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, maybe they need an update.
Oh, they definitely do. Well, whatever it is, it's working. Look at their daily. Who am I to complain? They're whatever they're doing is working very, very well. As far as day trading, we've seen this stock plenty of times. It doesn't day trade very well. Today could be an outlier. Maybe you put it on your list. I'm not a fan of it, so it won't be on mine. But if you do like it, put it on there, and then let us know if something good happens, so we can take a look at it when we get to our market open. CRBP is next, and we are up 6.7. Corbus Pharmaceutical, and the float on this one is 11 million shares flow, so a little bit on the lower side, so you want to be careful. At the moment, a big range going from 14 to 8 as the low, and then just kind of settling over around 11. So nothing really great as far as pre-market action, and I just don't think the stock really has the volume that we want to see for a possible breakout move. 3 million shares traded so far this morning, and that's the most they've done in the last couple of months. So again, just not ideal for what we like to see, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, they do have news. This is another one of the many, many companies that have an obesity drug in the pipeline. They're at they're about to head to phase 1B on their CRB 913 obesity drug. It showed favorable data. They have some data here. It says it showed favorable safety and a 2.9% placebo-adjusted weight loss at day 14. I'm thinking 2.9%. So that means that for like a 200 plus pound person like me, that's like 6 pounds. That feels like that's in the margin of error. Is that really? Anyways, maybe that's really good. I don't know. I mean, I could probably lose 6 pounds in a weekend just by not eating or going to the bathroom. But anyways, never mind. 2.9%. Weight loss shown, and that's given them approval to go to phase 1B, which means that CRPB is getting a boost here this morning. Probably more information you guys needed to know, but that's what I do here. Share things you don't want to hear.
There you have it. All right, I don't like this at all. I'm gonna move on. Let me stop here for a second. BTTC, I see you guys looking at this one. It is on fire this morning. Hasn't hit my scanners yet. Usually because probably the ATR is under 50 cents. That might change today. But look at it go this morning. It is up 211% right now. Has moved up in the past before. Black Titan Corp. And yeah, look at the daily here. So daily, you can also see massive move back in October, went all the way from like 0 to 39. Since then has dropped down, hasn't done much, been out of the radar, and today something clicked on and we are seeing the action this morning. So in play for sure. I'm going to assume it's a low float ticker. I don't have the float on me on this one yet, so we'll get that in just a second for you guys. Black Titan taking off here.
1.1 million shares. Yeah, so very low.
Okay, there you go. Very low. All right, I'm going to add that to my popcorn list. Definitely want to see where that goes. Yeah, BTTC. Popcorn, just entertainment purposes only. I won't be trading this like Will is trading this over in our chat. He's added, partial added, and hopefully he's doing well. Okay, let's see here. Let's continue. And I think that's it. Oh, we got these two that we know very well. Let's go to you and let's go to NVO. So here's Unity Software. It is up this morning 4.7. 252,000 shares traded. I'm not a fan of it. I gotta tell you, it always comes up on the list. I always find something better to trade, but today I don't have a lot right now on my list, so I could put it on a secondary. But again, just don't see anything great on it. Peter, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't love it either. They did get an upgrade from BTIG Research, putting them to a buy category with a $60 price target. So, but I do like NVO better. Novo Nordisk jumping up. We just talked about an obesity drug that was in testing. They, of course, they've got their big flagship product, the one that kicked it all off here. This Ozempic is owned by NVO, and they recently got a boost as the U.S. introduced their so-called safe. Oh no, what was it called here? The Safe Drugs Act of 2025. So this will restrict the compounds basically based on the GLP-1. So there's a whole bunch of derivatives of Ozempic coming out of China. And Pfizer, for example, has bought at least one of them to help boost their own portfolio. And Novo's been trying to step in front of that to prevent, the knockoffs basically from hitting the market. This Safe Drugs Act is going to help protect their Ozempic shares, I guess, and market share. The stock is getting a little bit of a boost this morning. For any other company, this would be great news, and I would recommend trading it today, or at least watching it. Novo is one of those where sometimes it moves, sometimes it doesn't. So it feels like good enough news that it should be moving. But if you look at the stock, again, for a stock that's been at the forefront of those obesity drugs, and we've seen all sorts of other companies that have, had their stock skyrocket just because they're introducing a obesity drug. Look at Novo Nordisk's stock on a daily chart. They're not trading like they own the flagship product in this space. Like it's very strange how over the last year their price has gone from $90 to $50. And they hit a high mid last year around 145 and been going down ever since. So I just don't know what to expect of it. But it's good news today. Not sure. I'll probably watch it just because. But
Yeah, I mean it has some news. It has some movement here. Could turn out to be something. Maybe a secondary will be the spot for it. Yeah, so secondary for NVO, and we'll see what it does here. All right, friends, that covers our gap up this morning. Peter, anything you like as far as the gap up that might not be on this list?
the thing that I was going to mention just moved to the gap down. So but I don't see it on the list. So let's talk about Adobe. Adobe had earnings after the close yesterday. They beat their numbers. ADBE is the ticker on that. We probably all know them for their PDF software. They had a good quarter, but like a lot of companies, they had big promises on AI. So beating your numbers is not enough, especially if you're touting AI as one of the things that you're investing in. You've got to wow everybody, and they just didn't wow enough. So they are gapping down just marginally here this morning on relatively low volume, but yeah. There you go. They do other things, but none of us know anything about it. We just
yeah.
you know their PDF software. That's about it.
Everybody knows their PDF, right? That's the one thing that you probably come in contact with. Aside, unless you're a content creator, then you know everything else. The Photoshop is theirs. That's another big one. And I think also, which is the other one? The videos one. I forget the name of it. That's another one too that people know very well. Premiere is one that sticks out. All right, let's continue here, friends. So again, Adobe normally doesn't trade very well. You can see it here, so we'll leave it alone for now. And look at our gap down list. BBGI leading the way, down 43% this morning, and this is after a nice pop yesterday. So did very well yesterday, up from $6 to about a high of $26.55 almost. And today we're giving some of that back. Hard to borrow. You can see the drop here, and also sitting at a 1.3 million shares flow, so pretty low flow ticker. Second day plays for these kind of companies are very tough. What was the one we saw last time? It was AHMA. There was another. Here it is. Look at this, right? So second day plays are usually not ideal. Look at this, right back down to $6. But there was another one too that we had in play. That gapped up, and it was halted a couple of times towards the bottom on the same morning. Can't remember the ticker name. That was another one too that again, these second day plays are very, very difficult. Can't think of the name. I don't think it was this one, but BBGI not going to be on my list. Peter, anything you want to add?
Yeah, SMX maybe. That is one simmer that was up and then down the next day. Could be. No, I'm not going to watch BBGI. It's Beasley Broadcasting Group. I've never heard of them. Anyways, apologies to anybody proudly working at Beasley Broadcasting Group. It doesn't look. It looks like they had some earnings. Didn't quite get where they wanted to, as per the analysts. Not going to be on my list.
Yeah, don't like it. All right, CV is next on here. This is down to 18%, 1.4 million shares traded. Low flow as well, sitting at 3.6 million. And look at the daily, very interesting. It's just the way it's been trading. Very, very light volume. Just recently, we're seeing an increase on that. So you're obviously getting better trading throughout the day. But still a low flow ticker at 3.6 million. So you got to be very careful. This morning's pre-market action has 1.4, but again, just all down. We do have shares for short. If you do like this one, 8,000. So that might not be around for long. 8,000 shares for sure. You might not get filled with Interactive Brokers if you are looking to take a short on this one. So doesn't fit my criteria, Peter?
Nope, doesn't meet mine either. I don't see any catalyst for this. Not sure why it's moving. Capso Vision is the name of the company. Don't like it.
Yeah, all right, let's go down to Oracle. I've seen you guys mention this one in chat. Oracle, ouch. Oracle down 13%. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, what's taking place?
Yeah, this is careful what you wish for. I guess if you get into the limelight, you've got to keep wowing people to stay there. So if you zoom out on the daily, remember when they had that big gap up? Well, they're well below where they started from now. So from that gap up back in September, their last earnings, when they sort of captured everybody's interest and were making a big push into AI, and they had the headlines, and look at them now. Anyways, they missed on revenue, but frankly, not by much. They delivered 14% growth, which for a company the size of Oracle is pretty impressive. The problem is the market wanted 15%. So they only grew by 14% quarter over quarter, and the market wanted more. They did beat on earnings, so they made more money than they even forecast, but again, not enough. So again, as soon as you get into this AI space heavy, everybody expects unreasonable results, in my opinion. So they also had a price reduction target from BMO Capital Markets reduced. They didn't actually change their rating, but they did reduce their price target on them. So we'll have to see what happens with Oracle. It definitely looks weak today. Yeah, good volume. So I like the look of it. Just remember, NYSE stock here, so it trades just a little bit differently. It had been trading much more like a NASDAQ stock. So, we were able to trade on that basis, but just remember where it trades. So,
Yeah, I'm going to add this one, man. This seems to be a little aggressive on the drop here. I mean, that's not bad. 1% off. It's not that bad. All right, but the market is king. The market says otherwise. So I'm going to add Oracle on the secondary list here and see how it goes. I mean, I think this can be a real nice one. Good volume today too. 4.2 million shares traded. Very active pre-market activity. I like what I'm seeing here. Looks very, very nice. All right, continuing. And what else we have on the gap down list? I'm going to look at two more. Look at SRPT. We'll look at CoreWeave, and then we'll hop around. Anything else that Peter wants to go over here on our gap down list, which again has a lot more on there to look at. Let's look at SRPT. And if I remember correctly, this therapeutics company does not trade very well. They're hitting our list here. They're down 7%, 1 million shares traded. But I've seen the intraday action on this ticker many, many times when it's been either gapping down or up, and it just does not trade well. I don't expect today to be any different. So I will put it to the side, and I'd rather watch some of our usual suspects that neither of our usual suspects are hitting the list this morning. Not one. Usually our usual suspects are the Max 7s, right? I don't see Tesla. I don't see NVIDIA, AMD. I mean, there's none of them on the gap up or down this morning. So yeah, so this one, Peter, I don't like. I think you're in the same boat as well.
Yeah, I agree. This pops up fairly regularly. Still don't like it.
Yeah. One more here is CoreWeave, and then we'll hop around. CoreWeave is down 5.6, 1.5 million shares traded. So feeling a little bit of pressure here this morning. Is this related to anything of the AI, I guess, somewhat negative sentiment we're getting overall, Peter, or something else?
I mean, indirectly, yes. I mean, CoreWeave has just been sort of on the move the last couple of weeks. So generally moving higher. It makes sense that we're getting a pullback on a day like this where so many things are red. But it's in play like it normally is. That the volume sort of ramped up right at the beginning of November and has basically held much higher than its average ever since. So it's not a bad candidate. I've watched it. I don't love the price action. There's something about it that it's just not quite as comfortable as some of the other stuff, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna put it on the secondary list because it can trade well, and I do like what I'm seeing here so far, even on the daily. So on the secondary list for now, and we'll see where it goes. All right, Peter, we'll go to you. That kind of covers our gap up and gap down list. Anything else you like that we have not covered yet?
Well, we covered all of the earnings, so there's all those. Like you said, pretty much all of our favorites are not hitting the list because they're pretty much they're all gapping down. They're just not gapping down quite enough to hit our 2% minimum marker. However, NVIDIA, AMD both down about 1.5%, which is 1.6% on both, which is more than they normally move pre-market. So that's interesting. Tesla's down, less than 1%, 0.7%. They're on the move though. At this point, they have about average volume in all cases, but still always in play. So they're going to stay on my list. Just because they're always good candidates. But yeah, we've got some stuff that I'll watch today. I don't know what to expect out of them, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on Oracle. I'm going to be watching iRobot just because it's got such good volume. And again, I've got my fingers crossed that Novo Nordisk will do something interesting. What are you watching for? Something amazing, I guess. So we'll see.
All right, we'll see. Who knows the reference?
Name that movie.
Chat. Name that movie.
Name that movie.
Let's see who gets it.
One of my favorite games I play with the kids where I'll give them a random movie quote. And there you go. Incredibles. Easy one.
Yeah.
Easy.
Got it. Yeah. All right. Okay. I think we're set, man. Let's go to you guys in chat. See what you guys like this morning. Let's start over here in our chat room. If I can find where that is. I had it, but I lost you guys now. Where do you guys go? Oh, here it is. You're behind the Adobe website. Okay, there we go. All right, friends. What do you guys like this morning? Let's start here. I see BTCC. What is it? BTTC. What is our popcorn stock doing? It dipped a little bit here. It's trying to hold $9. So just getting a lot of movement on this stuff, guys. Up 185%. 22 million shares traded. Again, careful as this thing continues to move here. So be very mindful of your share size. Netflix, let's take a look at Netflix and what's going on there. Netflix right now.
I looked at Netflix, I mean, it had a really down day yesterday. So sinking down to a low of about 92.50, I think, right at the close. Like it sort of closed at the low. So it sort of makes sense that it's bouncing a little bit today. It's been in play, Carlos. I mean, ever since the last week, I guess, since Friday, it's really sort of been moving with more volume than normal. Of course, all driven by its potential acquisition of Warner Brothers, which again at the beginning of the week looked like a done deal, now is looking less certain of a done deal. I don't know what's happening. There's machinations going on in the background. We're not privy to them. I guess we'll all find out together if and when it happens. And I don't know what it means for the stock, right? If it's called off and they don't give aren't given the go ahead to buy Warner Brothers, will the stock go up or down? It's tough to say at this point. Feels like it might actually go up. So
yeah. So we'll see. Daily looks awesome on this one too. It has been, like you mentioned, it has been trading very well. And you can see that off the daily here. So I'll add this on the secondary. Actually, I could move some stuff up to my main list because there's some space here. So let me put Oracle. I'm gonna move that up, and between CoreWeave and NVO, I'm not sure, but I do like Oracle, so that will come up to the list here. So IRBT, Oracle, and then on the secondary list, I'm gonna add Netflix as well. Because I think we can get something out of that one. All right, what else, friends? Tesla, yes, of course. Either Tesla or TSLA. We'll definitely watch that. I mean, it has not been an easy stock to trade. Same thing with NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been very, very tough as well. And also AMD. All of these usual suspects, again, have not been trading as we are normally would like to see them. And you can see that on the daily. And looking at AMD here, look at the day, look at the last couple of days, how much choppier and small daily ranges it has been trading, right? Compared to these really nice moves. Like look, when it's trending like this, like even here, this is nice. This is a lot of movement in the pre-market when you're getting these type of daily candles. Here, it's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. At least the last 4 days, You can see how tight that range has been. And if you look at NVIDIA and some other ones, it's been the same thing. Tesla has been a little bit better, much better than NVIDIA and AMD. But for the most part, a lot of our tickers have been really trading in a tight range, and very difficult to find opportunities. So, but we'll watch them. Eventually, they'll break out of that. I'll look at Tesla, I'll look at NVIDIA, and see what else you guys got going on here. Thoughts on Rigetti? I do see some of these stocks were in play a few days ago. Today, they're pretty flat. They do got some volume, 1.4 million, which I feel like they always have volume. In pre-market, I feel like Rigetti always has, decent volume, right? It feels like it's always like at 1 million. So that's nothing, to brag about at the moment. We'll have to see at the market open how it trades. Yesterday, you can see it did get a nice sell-off. Actually, it was very active yesterday, especially later parts of the day. So not sure what to expect out of it today. Pre-market action looks more active than we've seen yesterday. So could be something. Maybe a distant secondary there on Rigetti.
Yeah, the quantum stocks are tough because they do get volume. They get sufficient volume to make them interesting, but the way they move is really hard to manage. Just look at how choppy it is with these overlapping candles. Like you got to have some big cojones to sort of get in there, hold it, and get the move. So, yeah, big ranges. I think you've got to trade in.
Yeah. All right, what else? PL, we did look at PL. Yes, we did look at PL. It is moving higher here, 21%, 1.4 million. I personally don't like it. It is in play for sure. If it fits your style of trading, definitely add it to your list. But I'm not a big fan of it. PLTR.
Our chat room. Chat room seems to be enamored with this BTTC that we talked about. Black Titan.
Yeah.
Good name.
Great name.
Titan. But anyways, good volume this morning. I don't know, you just anything that's up 180%, is super high risk. Full stop, right?
Yeah.
And let alone you don't even have to look at the float or anything else just to know this is super risky. But it's moving. It's got volume, 23.5 million shares now traded, so it's in play.
Yeah, it sure is. I have it under my popcorn ticker here. Hard to borrow, of course, as you would expect out of these low flow tickers. And I'm looking forward to the market open because, again, when you see stocks like this, the market open, they can just fall apart. We've seen it so many times. So, again, can't stress how careful you have to be and manage your risk accordingly. With that, I think we're set, man. Let's look at our what do we have here? Our webinars. So let's head over to bearwithtraders.com where you can see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. Click on webinars. Is it the next 2 weeks? I think they changed that actually. Let me see. Can you see the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, we usually have the next 2 weeks. I've stopped
on there?
trying to list them all.
Yeah.
But it's Thursday, which means we focus on mentorship today. We've got a couple of mentorship sessions as always. 11, 12, and 8 are the times for our sessions for all of our elite members. All happening in the webinar room. We start with Lenny at 11, who talks about his trend trading activities and will help guide you through any questions that you've got. Then we switch the focus to options. Jared takes over in the webinar room at noon to talk options with all of our peeps. So join him for that. And then tonight, of course, we've got the ever popular Thor's Day mentorship. So Thor's leading that at 8 o'clock in the webinar room. So those are the three for today. Again, for elite members, if you want to become an elite member, all you have to do is go to bearbulltraders.com. You can join the chat room. You can get all of the educational material. You can join these live webinars or view the recordings or both. It's all available to you. Just go to bearbulltraders.com, scroll down, and you'll see the options from the intro right through the Elite Annual, and pick the one that's right for you, and join our friendly family of traders, and have fun with us all day. All right. If you also want to enhance your trading journey, don't forget we don't have like a video this time for our P Capital Bootcamp, do we?
No, I didn't get a video this time. Didn't give me one.
We get like a cute little promo video. But anyways, if you're interested in the boot camp, it's a way to accelerate your trading journey. Go to pcapitaltrading.com. You can get a lot more information about it, but it's pretty intense. but it absolutely, you'll end up being a more confident and consistent trader by the end of it if you pay attention and follow the rules. So go check it out at pcapitaltrading.com if you want more information, or just ask anybody in the chat room who's been there. They'll tell you what their experience was like, and it might help you make some decisions. But Carlos has got the schedule up there. As you can see, we keep you busy every day of the week. There's lots of stuff going on. So definitely lots of learning opportunities. So peakcapitaltrading.com to find out more about that. All right, let's hit some levels, Carlos. We've got 10 minutes to the open. Get ready here.
All right, let's do it, friends. Let's start with the first one on this morning, iRobot. Again, low flow ticker, but I do like this stock. I think it can trade very well, and it's an actual company that we know, so we can trust that they do have some product they're selling. 604 is the high of the pre-market. Towards the bottom, the low of the pre-market, sitting at 490, and again, just a lot of activity. 8 million shares traded so far, and I love this pre-market action we're getting here. Very, very clean. Let's hope it continues into the market open. Going back to our daily, let's see, above 604. Do we have anything above 604? We do. Heading back to February, March, there's some couple of days here. We're going to mark down 656 and also 710. Normally, I don't like these lower price tickers, but I think today this one could be a good one. Just got to be careful with your share size when you trade lower price stocks like this one. 434, another good spot as well. So we'll mark that there also. This looks pretty nice, pretty active this morning. Next on the list is Oracle, which has been extremely active. Look at this gap down this morning, even heading lower, making a new low just a minute ago. 192.23 is the low of the pre-market right now. Trying to hold on to that. The high is going to be set at 199.30. So we'll put a level there as well. And then below our low of our pre-market, at the moment, we do have 185 going back to the end of November, 185.59. So towards the top, just in case, 206.66, in case we are getting some kind of overreaction. I don't know. It just seems like the news is not that bad, but, you know, the market decides how it interprets any news. And right now, it's interpreting it down 13.5. Next level, in case we do dip lower, is 179.60. And once you do that, just 4 levels in here, guys. Once you do that, you're pretty much set on Oracle. Let's head back to the next one. Is going to be our good buddy Tesla, which again has not been easy to trade. There's been a couple of really good days, but for the most part has not been the easiest stock. High of the pre-market is going to be set at 449.91, the low down at 445.60. And just again, look at this daily, just stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. You got the previous day close in there as well as this dotted black line. I don't think you need to add anything else, man. Keep it nice and simple. There's no need to add more levels to this one. You're pretty set on Tesla. And then our good buddy NVIDIA, low of the pre-market is going to be at 180.15. We're down 1.6 on it. At the moment, volume is okay at almost 4 million. Our high of our pre-market, 181.55. Towards the top, plenty of levels. Do not need to add anything. Previous day close, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days here pretty much got you covered towards the top. Towards the bottom, we could definitely afford some levels here. We're going to look at right here, 179.05, great area. Why am I picking this level? You can see here, support, a little bit of resistance here. Got a couple of days opening and closing right around that area. You definitely want to have those marked. And the big level towards the bottom is going to be around 175. So let me see if we find something good between 175 in our area. We might have something. Oh yeah, right here, 177.37. Very, very good level. You got a lot of touches on there. So the more touches you have, the better. That just means everybody else might be looking for that possible level at 177.37. And there it is. That's our list, friends. iRobot, Oracle, Tesla, NVIDIA. Peter, what is our team watching this morning?
All right, let's take a look. Our team is getting their list together. I think, once again, Thor was in first. He's going to be watching SMCI, NVIDIA, and Apple. He's reminding everybody once again about his mentoring tonight at 8 o'clock. So there you go. We already talked about that. Andrew, in action, coming to us live from Vienna, beautiful Austria. Should be, hopefully he's in like some gold-gilded concert hall, but probably not. He's probably in a hotel room somewhere. Anyways, but he's going to be trading Oracle, NVIDIA through NVDL. He's going to be trading Tesla through TSLL, Apple, and PLTR. Jared's going to be watching Oracle, BTTC, that one we talked about, and Netflix. I've got, whoops, Something happened to my list there. I'm going to be watching my usual suspects. I'm also going to be watching Oracle, iRobot, and Novo Nordisk. Eamon's going to be watching Apple and Tesla for some longs. I got some IPOs to let you know about. Brian, who will be trading live and did it all alone yesterday, is going to be trading Tesla, NVIDIA, Apple, PLTR, and what did I say? Anyways, Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, PLTR, and Apple. I think I got that in the wrong order. Anyways, that's what he's got. And then Brendan's got Oracle, Tesla, CoreWeave, and NVIDIA. Andrew's also adding iRobot to his list. So we'll see if iRobot gives anything. I don't know what to expect out of that, but I sort of like Oracle and iRobot just because, for no particular reason, but we'll see where they go. All right, guys, whatever you trade smart. We got less than 5 minutes. We're going to hand over to our live traders in the chat room. Carlos and I, as usual, will continue with all our friends on YouTube. Don't forget the thumbs up. We like it. Makes us feel good.
It does.
Don't forget. Did you hit it, Carlos?
Warm and fuzzy. I did this morning. Okay. I did the right thing.
Excellent.
All right, guys. In chat, we'll see you a little bit later. Have a great trading day.
Yeah, we got to see where Andrew's coming to us from.
Yeah, let's see. All right, friends. I'm going to set up the chat here. We're going to do our 1 minute or 5 minute. We're going to get ready to rock and roll, friends. 1, 5, and yeah, update the list here. First one is going to be iRobot, which I think this is going to be good, man. Let's see at the market open when the bottom comes in. Oracle, Peter, I know you like it as well. I like it too. I don't know, man. I think this is an overreaction, but again, can't trade the feelings. Got to see what the price action does. NVIDIA. And a secondary list, Netflix, CoreWeave, and NVO. So, all right.
Well, Andrew definitely looks like he's in a Viennese hotel room. He's got some sort of patterns on the ceiling, the old drapes.
Nice.
The European hung picture you can see in the background. It's room looking very European.
Nice.
All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna put Oracle over here. We're gonna watch Novo Nordisk, iRobot.
That's not good.
Okay. I'm hoping Oracle is setting up for a potential rising devil for me. It's well below VWAP though. Based on how it's moved. So I'm hoping for like sort of a big punch higher right at the open. Then I could get a short, but I don't know. We got to wait for the volume. As always.
I got to save this one. This AI stuff is great. I love it. Alex on the palm tree. He's got a good software, man. Whatever AI software he has a really good software. Because it does the AI pretty good. Yeah, this is what he's showing us this morning. He's
producing AI like a madman.
Yeah, it's like the end of time. Me and Peter are still going to be doing the pre-market show from a garbage truck. So there it is.
There you go.
Well, it looks really focused trying to take this turn.
Yeah, it's not a bad vehicle to be in if it's if you got to sort of plow your way through zombies.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be on. Agree.
Yeah,
agreed.
I always figure you want something, a big heavy piece of equipment, right? Like something that can actually move at highway speeds in case you got to get away. So as much as like some of the construction equipment would be good because you could plow everything with like a bulldozer, they just don't move very fast.
Yeah, it's just slow. Yep.
And I don't know. I've seen too many movies where the last thing you want is to be caught by the fast zombies. That's always bad. So.
Agreed. The fast zombies.
All right.
Minutes of the market open, friends. Let's get everything. Get your affairs in orders.
We got a minute. We got to get your affairs in order. All right. Well, Oracle, don't go without us, Oracle. Come on. Oracle. Oh, wow. Look at where Oracle on the daily here has got, if it breaks this low that it set a couple weeks ago, back November 25th.
We have a troll. Who's the troll? We have a troll in chat. Who needs to boo? Who needs the garbage truck to pick him up? I haven't been reading the chat. Let's see here. Beth, tag me. Point them
Majrav.
out.
So
Well,
you're recommending the tracks, eh? Like a bulldozer, so you got the tracks so you can roll over things. That might make sense. Like this.
short
Maybe you just need
daily
a tank.
comments. Okay.
Just need a tank. All right.
All right, let's see here.
Not tracks?
All right, rock
All
and
right,
roll.
here's the bell. Here's
Ding,
the
ding,
opening
ding,
bell.
ding.
Let's see what we got. Oh no, I'm not. It looks like here we go. Here's a little bit of a pop up. Gotta wait for the volume on Oracle.
Yeah.
No, no, not without us. Come on.
IRBT doing some stuff.
No.
Oracle is on fire, man. Look at Tesla. Look at the drop on Tesla, man. It's dropped like $2.
Dumpster on fire. Oh man. Yeah, Oracle's dropped $2 as well. It's well, it didn't give me a pull higher. I didn't want to jump in case it popped higher, and I don't want to chase this thing. That's too bad.
All right, let's see here. Tesla coming back, man. That's a big drop. Big drop. Candle opens up at 448.90. Dropped to 446. Oracle. Let's see what Oracle does. Oracle is interesting.
Wow, Tesla coming back to the VWAP here.
Tesla, NVIDIA. Tesla back above the VWAP. All right, patience. Let's see what we get here.
Yeah, patience indeed.
Gotta be calm, cool, and collected. As bad as I want to trade this thing, but we need a setup. And I thought Oracle was gonna give us a pop higher, but this thing might just be really feeling the selling pressure. So it really must be looking to drop here. And Andrew is short. Andrew is just went short here in chat. I think that's gonna be a great trade here. 186 coming up. Yeah. Damn. This is actually very weak. Did you take it?
I just couldn't chase it down. No, I couldn't chase it down here. I heard Andrew going short as well, and I just
short.
I was afraid of the pop, and I didn't want to get stuck on the pop higher, which could also happen. But yeah, NVIDIA is really weak today. AMD is very weak. Tesla's, I don't know what Tesla's going to be doing.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, see,
Oracle.
this pop back on Oracle, this is exactly the type of move that I was sort of afraid of. So just
I actually wanted this pop up and then for it to sell off so I can get a better entry.
Yeah.
Right. So Andrew's taking already a couple of parcels here towards 186. So he's okay here. You could probably hold a little more. But if this rejects, see, there it is. There's the next candle. If it rejects, it can be a great short. And now for a 5-minute ORB. So this could be setting up for a nice 5-minute ORB here. Let's see. No, we got it. We gotta let you go, bro. Bye. There's some people that's just miserable. Like, why are you miserable? All right, let's
Don't be don't be
don't be
miserable.
miserable. Like, just relax, relax, chill. See ya. All right. Um.
Tesla. Tesla came to VWAP and then dropped. Oh, Tesla.
Oracle.
Tesla, Nvidia, both dropping here this morning. Oracle's bouncing back a little bit.
All right. So here's Oracle. Here's where I might like a short of this rejection here on Oracle. 5 minute ORB, and then we can try to get towards the low of the day. Let's see. Not in it yet, but I'm looking
I
for
don't
some
trust
kind of
it.
rejection. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be tougher to go up. I think, but let's see if it
Yeah.
does what it does at the VWAP. So we'll like a rejection here. We'd like to go short back to the low of the day for a retest. So here it is. If it goes above the VWAP, then no, that strategy's out the window. We'll be looking for an engulfing pattern, but here's a rejection off the VWAP. I see some weakness. I'm going to go short. Let's see. We enter here. Our stop will be, got to give it like $1, 191. Oh man, it's actually pretty strong. Not going in until I see some weakness. I got to see the rejection off the VWAP to take this short. So we got to wait. Don't jump the gun.
Mm.
How does the Atlas look on it? Actually, Atlas looks bullish, actually. 191. Doesn't have a lot of order. Like, this is not a great Atlas ticker because it doesn't have a lot of order flow. But right now, 191.50 does look, 191.05 looks pretty good. Has a couple orders there. So, mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, Oracle's right at the VWAP here now.
Yeah, if we get a rejection, this could be a really good entry, Peter. But we need the setup. We need the
All
setup.
right.
Oh, it's going the other way. It's going the other way. Glad I didn't join that. If anything, 5 minute ORB engulfing above the VWAP looks like it, which is what I thought it was going to do. I thought this drop was an overreaction, but again, can't trade the feelings. Got to trade what's in front of us in these charts right here. So, but right now, it's looking bullish, man. It is looking bullish. Okay, I'm biting. I'm going long here. 5 minute ORB engulfing to the top side, especially now that we are above the VWAP. And I think we sold plenty, so hopefully we can get towards 193. Will be awesome. Stop is at 189.60, basically below here. We don't want to go below this area. So we can give it about a dollar and change here. Let's see. Let's see if we have an overreaction here. So long Oracle. I'm looking for 193 for my first partial to make this worth it because we do have a very wide stop given how this is trading. So 193 would be amazing. 192.22. What is this level I have here? This is pre-market low. Pre-market low. Yeah, pre-market low. All right. Hold the VWAP. Hold the VWAP.
Oh, hold.
Hold it.
Oh.
Hold the VWAP.
Yeah, I don't know, Carlos.
It's a shaky one. It's a shaky one. I gotta admit,
Yeah,
it's a shaky one. But
Tesla.
I
God,
think we
this
can do it.
Tesla. If only uh, Tesla, like in hindsight, Tesla looks like such a great short from VWAP, but it's just it plays that game where it'll just bust up through VWAP so many times. It's hard. It's a
Which
hard one
one?
for me to short. Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla's.
Like
It's
it,
been difficult, man. It's been such a difficult trade. But look at this beautiful, beautiful drop, man. 5 minute
yeah. I mean,
ORB breakdown.
as I said, it looks beautiful in hindsight. At the time, it just
Yeah,
looked like it was ready to spike higher at any moment. So, yeah,
yeah.
it's a lot tougher to trade. in real time than it looks like in hindsight. So unlike
Yeah.
NVIDIA that just was straight down here all morning.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, NVIDIA. Yeah. Yep. 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 Tesla. Oracle's right at our stop, 189.60. We got to jump out of it. Let's see if we can hold the VWAP. Hold the VWAP, man. Hold the line.
Hold.
I agree with Peter. I went short Tesla at VWAP, but it's tough. Yeah, Tesla's hard, man. It's been very difficult. This is gonna do a fake VWAP fake out. Looks like this candle's important here. I like that. Okay, buyers trying to show they got something going
you
here.
got that bounce back here. Let's see if you can get it.
Okay. If we can close here, the next candle just push higher will be great. But there's so much time left for this candle to close screen. What did iRobot do? iRobot, okay, it's just dropped. Down. Okay.
Got to remember, iRobot is very heavily shorted here, so
yeah, yep. Come on, just close the candle here. 4 seconds left. Close the candle green. Open up. Destroy the sellers. Get the momentum. All right, we'll take 190. Give us 192. We'll take 192 if we have to. But I really want 193. Be nice to us, Oracle. All right, let's see here. See if we can get the momentum going. 192. Rhinos, which ones you got out of? What were you in? Sometimes I feel like we are playing golf. Why is that? Why golf? Sometimes I feel like we're playing baseball. We're just watching. No action, just strikes and balls and no hits. A long game. That's what it feels like sometimes as we're commentating here.
Yeah. Well, it is sort of like baseball in that way because you go for the base hits, and every once in a while, if you're lucky, you get a home run. But you can't swing for the home runs all the time, or you're going to strike out a lot.
Yeah.
So.
This is more like baseball. Yeah. Oh yeah. I am a Yankees fan. So I'm a Yankees fan. Okay, we're trying. I think we're gonna get it. We're trying here. Oracle is really okay. Maybe 193 was a little too far, but that's what like my 1R will be. So we'll love to wait for that.
Well, let's hope it does it.
Yeah. It's rejecting, man. I think I'm gonna have to take a partial or bail on it. I think I'm gonna bail on it. Because I just don't like what it's doing here. It is struggling, and I think that if it doesn't break through, it's gonna probably come back. It's probably gonna come back to the low of the day if it can't break here. That's my thoughts. See, it's just the pressure to get through this. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna take a partial here, friends. I am, because I think we're gonna have a hard time. Wow, that fill was so bad. What's the spread on this thing? Wow, the spread's like 20-30 cents. Yeah, that fill was pretty rough.
The spread's only like 4 cents.
No, look at it again. It gets higher.
20 cents.
Yeah, it gets higher. That's why I was surprised. I'm like, wait a minute, how did I get filled down there?
Yeah, you're right.
It gets pretty crappy. So, it literally was 20 cents below from where I hit the button, but I thought it was going to get filled.
Right.
So let's see. Took a partial here. Let's see if we can get 193. It's trying. It is trying. Uh, yeah, I'm looking at Atlas. It does look, it looks bullish, but not by much. It's not a whole lot of data on Oracle, if that's what you're asking when it comes to Atlas. All right, now it's the time. Just get that moment, get that oomph. You gotta get that. All right, that 193. Come on, you can do it, Oracle. Let these investors know they're overreacting to a 1%. Peter, is 1% 14 instead of 15?
Yeah,
it's not worth
exactly.
a 14. That's not worth such a
know.
drop, man.
That's a pretty big haircut just because you missed your. Again, they were up quarter over quarter by 14%. It's not like they even reduced in revenue. They increased their revenue quite significantly. I mean, Oracle's not a small company, right? For their revenue to go up 14%, that means that they were. What is their sales? 59 billion. So in a quarter, it's 15 billion. So that's an extra billion of revenue,
Yeah.
It's nothing to sneeze at there. It's almost 2 billion in revenue. So anyways.
And again, I'm not trading it like that. We're trading a strategy, but I'm just, now that I'm in it, I could speculate, because I'm already in the trade. Like, come on, man. Get up there to 195. Do something. But price is thinking otherwise. Let's see here. Holding again, trying to hold this this area where we found some support before, and it goes right back up to that 192.50.
So I have no trades yet. I haven't taken anything.
Yeah.
Still just watching. Are you out of Oracle or
no? I'm still in it. No, I'm still in it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Here. Oh, it's this 192.50. Come on. What is your problem? So we got this range. So we got 191.29. Yeah, it's gonna sell off. It's having. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna do.
It's
yeah.
tough.
This is ping pong action. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks. 1 minute it looks like it's about to go higher. The next minute it looks like it's gonna sell off. So
yeah.
It's
Here it's just dabbling with my break even, and I'm gonna get out because I don't want to deal with the spread. So I'm out of it. I might regret this later because it might shoot up, but it's right on my break even. So my rules tell me to get out of the trade, unfortunately. So let's see. It can still bounce from here. It can still go, but gotta follow the rules, man. Gotta follow the rules. It's what keeps you in the game. As Tesla breaks lower, NVIDIA had a nice short, Peter. NVIDIA had a really nice short.
Sorry, repeat that.
NVIDIA had a nice short.
NVIDIA, it looks, it was good. You'd had to jump in right off the open on that, but it's just been selling off all morning. Apple's been short all morning. In hindsight, looking at Apple looks great.
Yeah.
But...
Yep. What happened to that BTTC thing? Did we do anything? Oh, look at the halts. So how many halts we have here? It just opened up. Got halted for some time here. Trying to go to 10.
Yeah, got
careful.
5-minute halt, then a 10-minute halt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it's open again.
Here's the 5. Here's the 10. Yeah, just opened up, and it is wild. So guys, careful on this thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's why you got to be careful on BTTC. Look at that.
Yeah,
it looked like it was holding at 940, and then before you know it, it drops to 890. That's yeah. You got to remember, this stock closed yesterday at $3.30. So
yeah,
this is
Gotta be careful in this thing.
Tesla's down. Again, Tesla looks great right now. It wasn't so easy earlier on. What would Norm do? There you
Yeah.
go. Chris MC. That's yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably right. He wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, it's not a
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not looking. I'm looking at it, but again, entertainment only. I don't have a play here at all.
yeah.
Might shoot up. Who knows? You never know. Carlos, sometimes you mentioned that you do not trust the ticker because it does not have enough volume. Yeah, so we say that, but usually what I mean by that in more technical terms is not meeting my criteria, basically, right? So we just say we don't trust the ticker. We'll say something like that. It's just not meeting my criteria for me to take a trade, right? And usually we might say that, for example, like IRBT is a ticker that we normally don't have on the list because few things. It's lower price. Normally does not trade very well. Today looks very different because they got a lot of volume. They got a nice gap down. Well, gap up, now down. So we add it to the list. But normally when we say that we don't trust the ticker, it's usually because of that. It doesn't meet our criteria. And there's also some history to that as well, as far as like we know for a fact, your software, right? Let's pick this one because it wasn't on the list today. Normally this thing does not trade very well from just our experience. You're not going to get that from like the charts or any news article or anything like that. From our experience, how many times the sticker has come up, we know it does not intraday trade very well for the strategies that usually me and Peter are looking for. So we'll say, hey, we don't like the ticker, we don't trust it. It's just more technical term. A more technical term is that we just don't like the way it trades, right? As far as specific volume, it's different for every stock. Like the same amount of volume that you see for Oracle's coming back up. Look at that. Hell, the VWAP. Normally, Oracle compared to like NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA usually might have more volume. A Tesla might have more volume. So usually depending on the ticker itself. So I can't tell you, hey, 500,000 is what we're looking for. Because 500,000 for like NVIDIA is nothing. And for like a Tesla or Oracle could be a lot, right? So there's no set number. It's more relative volume that you're looking at, right? And even relative volume can be tricky at times because you got stocks that like are usual suspects that usually get the same volume, but they can trade very well, right? So you can really go off volume just alone. So it's a lot to it. But the more time you spend here with us, the more you're going to see how things turn out, how they trade, and get an idea of what we're referencing when we use certain terminology. So, Ifan Nayab, Y90, welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Good to have you. I know we're still having these random weird names. People mentioned that you could change them, but you have to go change them in the thing. I haven't done mine yet, so I'll probably look into that. But yeah, welcome. Good to have you part of the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, which, by the way, Dr. V released a new video for Lambos and Garbage Truck families today. So new video for members. So definitely check that out. The name of the video is called "Stop Guessing Trades with this simple trick: Trend Lines Trading Strategy." So definitely check it out. Good stuff. NVIDIA down to 177.37. It's the level we had off the daily. I don't know how to change it either. Someone said you have to go to like your profile. I haven't done it. Let's see. So, wow, NVIDIA, the weakness is real. Oracle going the other way, it might actually hit one. I don't know. This 192.22 level seems to be an area of resistance for it. We've been battling it all morning. That is the low of the pre-market before this initial drop, right? So that was the low of the pre-market here. Then right before the market opened, we got these two candles, so we did drop lower. But this was the pre-market low before this candle, right before the market opened. So you could tag both. Like I wouldn't change this level here. I would leave it, right? Because clearly, there's something going on there. So I will leave it there. And you could just add the next pre-market low, right? Like here, right? Just add both. So nothing wrong with that. Dito1179, welcome, my friend. Good to have you. Join the Lambos and Garbage Truck family. Enjoy the benefits, enjoy the perks, and enjoy the emojis, the face emojis with the Lambos and bulls and all that fun stuff. All right. My good friend Mojito. No, nothing is setting up for us right now. Nothing is setting up for us right now. Tesla and NVIDIA, man, look at that Tesla. Why do I pick these horses when I trade? Why am I not in these trades? Like, what is going on,
I'm thinking
Peter?
I'm thinking the same thing. Why am I not in NVIDIA or Tesla? I mean, they look great. Apple even, but I mean,
Oh,
Apple I wasn't watching, so I mean, I gotta be fair on that.
I mean, I muted. I screamed it out loud, but I muted it so you guys don't hear it. My
Yeah.
goodness. For the kids, in case the kids are watching your stream, which they should be in school, but in case they're watching, we'll keep it PG. Wow. Tesla and NVIDIA. And then the last couple of days when I did trade them this week, they were just horrible. I gotta tell you. It sure is. The fear indicator is off. Yeah, it is. Oracle just back and forth, back and forth. I think eventually you're gonna get a breakout here. I'm not in the guessing business here, but I think eventually you're gonna get a breakout here. Between this 192.22, which again continues to test, and then this 190.50. I think it'll break one way or the other. I don't know which way, but I think we might have a good breakout strategy here if we can get it going. Yeah, Chris, Nvidia is. Look at that drop. Might be a short. Might be a short. All right, I'm gonna go short Oracle here for the break of this 190.50. So let's see if we could break down at least towards the low of the day. Let's see if this is the break.
Wow.
Let's see if this is the break.
Wow.
So
What a sell-off here. Look at this. Look at this drop.
yeah, it's wild, man. Tesla and
Oh
Nvidia.
man.
Are you guys in it? You guys in it? Please tell us you're in it. You guys are doing some stuff here. I'm trying to join this sell-off by trading Oracle right below the break of this level, this 190.40. So let's see if we could break this range. Let's see if it's gonna join the sell-off that seems to be happening with some of these tickets like Tesla, like Nvidia. Let's see if we can get it going.
I see a lot of you are trading
Tesla
various things.
short.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla,
Awesome,
NVIDIA.
guys.
I mean, Tesla and NVIDIA, clearly some great shorts today. Apple, a couple you mentioned. Again, I wasn't watching it, unfortunately. It's on my screen. I just, wasn't keeping an eye on it. So
Juan is in on Tesla from 447.50. Wow. You realize that's like a $6 move almost? My man. Congrats. Congrats. That is good. That is good. All right, let's see if Oracle is gonna break down here 190.50. I should have just waited for my setup, right? Because the pullback and then the breakdowns would have had the same exact entry, but if it breaks down here, would have had the confirmation. I could have just waited for that. It would have been a much cleaner trade. But let's see. Okay, so I would have been in right here. If I was trading the VWAP breakdown, I would have been in here because that's their confirmation. So let's see if it wants to break down. It has everything. Looks great to get the flush, but it is just stubborn.
yeah, there's a bunch of orders at 190. A bunch of orders up at 193 as well, but 190 obviously is much, much closer. It's tough. This is a NYSE stock. You got to keep in mind, so it doesn't
Yeah,
always move
yeah,
to where the order flows. You got the market makers that are, going to get it to do what they want. So
yep, yep. I would love the low of the pre-market. I mean, the low of the day here at 186. but I don't see it giving us that much. So we'll see. Our stop is 191.50. We'll give it a buck. And let's see if we can get. Oh, the bid's at 190, looking really nice, guys. Take a look at Atlas there. That's looking good.
Interestingly, it just hit 190, but it did not. Well, no, so 190 and 1 cent. So it
Yeah, it
didn't
just
even
barely
get to
missed
those
it.
orders.
Yeah.
A bunch of people front ran those orders.
Yep. So let's see. Come on, give us a drop here, Oracle.
There it is.
How dare you miss your earnings by 1%, Oracle? That's unacceptable.
There you go.
Drop. Okay. I'm gonna partial here, guys. This is a really. Oh wait, hold on. 189.50. Tons of bids. We're pushing through them. Oh, we almost pushed lower.
No, bounce.
Oh man. Come on. Let's get down. Couldn't go through all those bids.
I thought
right to it.
I thought about joining you on this trade, but I wasn't so sure of it. So I thought I'd just let you have it, Carlos. Let's hope it goes for you.
I'm hoping. All right, so the bids are moving. Yeah, I'm gonna take. This is my 1R, so I am gonna be responsible and take a partial here. And
there you go. Good. You look like you got a good fill on that one.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a good fill. It's funny. The spread goes from like 5 cents to like 20 and 25, but now it seems pretty tight. So that was a great fill. Can we get a continuation? Because that's been the problem with this stock. We're not getting the continuation. So I like that. Ben in chat says Oracle 1%. Oh, now we got to get delisted. You're right. You miss your earnings by 1%. You got to get delisted now. That's the way this market is reacting to you not hitting it out of the park. It's unbelievable. Oh, man. That's funny. I like that one. All right. Oracle is bouncing a little bit here. We have one partial at a 1R. We'll love to get more if we can. Look at the bounce right back to 190. Hopefully 190 of the VWAP can act as rejection, but it is not doing that. Man, this is such. We're at a break even, a little past our break even point. If the VWAP cannot push it down, I'll be out of it. Let's see if the VWAP can do its job. VWAP, do your job. Do your job.
Do your job.
That's right.
You got one job.
You have one job. Let's see. So something like this, guys, like usually I take a partial, get out, break in, but when we have such a massive level here, like the VWAP, I'll give it a little bit of room to see if the VWAP is going to actually act as rejection. And I know that I can potentially lose a couple of cents if it does go higher, right? Have a little slippage. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to see if the VWAP or any major level that's slightly above like that can actually act as resistance and push the price lower, right? But my hopes on this one, I mentioned earlier too, that I don't think it's going to be very tough to get the continuation because it's been like that all morning, even to the upside. We're not getting that continuation on this thing. So, see, yeah, this is not looking great. Let's see if we can get another drop. See, by now, by having such a big pullback, even if it drops again, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to have a tough time getting past the 189.50 because we had such a big pullback. Right now, it's got to come back down to 189.50, have the same interaction and battle that it did here. And it's just, you can't have it. You need small pullbacks and drops, small pullbacks and drops. We're not getting that at all with Oracle. So, if anything, this thing looks like it's going the other way. All right, so I got a bail on it. Yeah, it's going the other way, so I'm gonna get out of it. Oracle, there it is. I'm out of Oracle. All right, 2 small green trades, and we just cannot get no continuation on this thing. It's like the same thing both ways. Long, partial, out. Short, partial, out. So
some days are like that.
Yeah, man.
They're just They're just
piecemealed.
more frustrating when you look at stocks like a Tesla or an NVIDIA or an Apple, right? And you just see how
Yeah.
well they moved. And Carlos and we're just watching. Look at Meta, Meta to the top side.
Oh yeah.
It's a green one.
Oh,
Google
that's
to the
nice. Yeah.
downside. Like so there's been a lot of stuff that's moved. It's just
Apple. Apple was good too.
I yeah, I haven't traded yet. I didn't get in early enough on these. So I don't, my strategy doesn't have me chasing them, so it's unfortunate for me, but
Look at
what can you do?
look at this crap here, man. This is why there's better things to trade, man. Look at this. Gave you the fake out, never did anything. Then drops to 880, 828, opens up, it immediately
Yeah.
drops, now halted again at $7. I mean, this is just
Yeah.
um
And that open, it was open
wild.
for like 20 seconds maybe, like 10 or 20 seconds. It was not open for
Yeah,
very long. So yeah, that's a good example of why you got to be really careful in these things. And
yeah.
Carlos, like we've said so many times, guys, you get great pre-market action, but look what's
Right,
happened since the open, right?
right.
So
So looks really good, really good. A couple of fake outs. Like if you were watching the price action here, this thing looked like it was gonna go to 10. Like if you're focused in, like, oh man,
yeah,
here, boom, it's coming in. We're going to 10 again, and then you get the drop, and then you never recover, right? It's just insane. So again,
yeah,
can't stress how careful you have to be with these low flow tickers. Don't trade them. Don't trade them. They're not bad, but if you don't have a strategy, just don't trade them. You could do better with the stocks that we're trading here. Much, much better. All right, let's see what else. Oracle back down. Look at that rejection. I would have not survived that. But look at that. Right to my one. Even if I would have kept my 191.50, look at that. Boom. I would have been stopped out at a full stop. Oh, Oracle. Oracle. Tesla going bullish. Life without grass TV. What happened? Why are you crying? Whoa. What stock made you cry?
there's no crying in the casino.
No
Haven't
crying in
we
the
already
casino,
established
man.
that?
Yeah, no crying
Yeah.
in the casino. Damn, Oracle might go lower now. Do I enter? I get my entry back. 190.50. No, I'm not gonna do that. Long Nvidia. There's some spammer trying to push tickers here. Oh, who's pushing tickers? Let me see. What they're pushing? Anything good? Where are
Yeah,
they?
you're not supposed to be. Don't be pushing things.
Very good news. Got target. Oh, James. James. Are you stuck long in this stock, man? Is that what it is?
Gemini. We talked about Gemini early this
Yeah.
morning. That's the Winklevoss twins stock.
Yeah.
Just I mean, you can talk about things if
James.
you're excited. Just don't be pumping it. Yeah, it's not doesn't look good actually.
James, who you work for? Who
Gemini.
sent you? Who sent you? Who's paying you?
Who-
Who's paying James? Yeah, I'm looking at because we could look at history.
I'm looking at you, James.
I'm looking at you, James. I mean, who's paying you, man? Who's paying you to send all these? It's like you got your list of things to cover, right? Look at this. Who's paying you, man? This is a lot of work. James, you there? Who's paying you, man? All right, James. We don't want to block you, James. You look like a good guy, but you keep doing that. We might not have a choice. You force our hand. All right. Long Oracle, really? Long Oracle. All right, let's see. I don't know, man. It's a tough trade. Andrew's in it, but he's got a good entry. He's surviving these pullbacks. He's up at like a 192 with his entry, so
Yeah.
he's good. I don't know. I don't know where this wants to go. It's very, very choppy right now. We try to break down to below that 190.50, failed, and it's just wrapping around the VWAP. Check PLTR. Let's see. PLTR. Wow. That's a nice reversal on PLTR.
We
At
got a SPAC
VWAP.
that just opened. We don't
What is
normally
it?
trade SPACs. BLRKU. It's not. Yeah, we don't normally trade these. I'll
BLRKU.
just mention when they open for you
Yeah.
guys, in case you're really interested.
What was the IPO yesterday, Peter? We had an IPO yesterday. How did it do? Remember, and it got halted
there was
like
a
right away.
couple.
It was one that's very early,
what
like
was-
right at 10 or something.
Yeah, there was. What was yesterday? I don't know. Got halted. CNDL. That opened at
No.
that opened at noon roughly. What was yesterday? Oh, maybe it's a JMG. I think that's the one that opened yesterday. That
JMG.
spiked higher. Spiked higher with a couple of halts in there.
Oh yeah, this was it. Yeah, this was it. Yeah. Yeah, this was the one. Oh wow, it did go all the way up to $9.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I mean it moved higher, but if you look, there was a few halts along the way.
Couple of halts and then right back down. Yeah. All right, that's the one. Ben, see you tomorrow, man. See you tomorrow. Trade safe. No, this is not good. Oracle, what did it do? Oh, broke up to the upside. Okay. Look at the continuation. Where was this earlier when I was long? Look at the continuation. Breaking up above this 192.22 level. Glad did not take it short again at 190 when it went below 190.50. And just look at the pop. All right, guys. Anything at the VWAP? Netflix pushing higher. Anything at the VWAP? Look at CoreWeave. Things seems to have a more bullish sentiment lately. Stocks seem to be going up. Nothing at the VWAP. Maybe Tesla. Right below the VWAP right now. So we got to wait on that one. POTR. Yes, someone mentioned POTR earlier. Let's take a look at POTR. Oh, yeah. Right at VWAP. Look at that VWAP. The pullback. Yeah. Technically, the confirmation candle right here.
Tesla came bouncing back.
Man, we are like 30 cents off our entry on PLTR. We're like 30 cents off our entry, which is not too bad, but then we have to hold through all this.
Look at that reversal that the market made at the low, and just right back up. Wow.
Yeah, yep. Man, Oracle, you piece of garbage. PLTR. We missed a good entry on PLTR, guys. I missed a good entry on PLTR. Here this is pulling back. Let's see what it does. It's pulling back. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla is like right below it, so it's still not setting up for me. But yeah, it's one that's approaching the VWAP, so we gotta be on the lookout for it. Man, get Oracle. Wow.
But man,
look at you. Did Apple turn around? No, Apple was feeling a little weak. Oh yeah, right at the VWAP as well. So we got a couple at the VWAP. We got Apple, we got Tesla right below it, and we have POTR above it actually. Yep. Yeah, I like PLTR. Let me see if I get a good entry. 183.35 would be awesome. So here it is, right there, 183.35. Yeah, I'm gonna go long PLTR. 183.35. Our stop's got to be like 50
Carlos
cents,
is gonna
guys.
do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I would have,
Wow,
I would have been
okay.
in here. I would have been in long here, if I would have been watching this. So, maybe in this area. So let's see. Stop one. You gotta get like 50 cents below the VWAP. 183, 182.80. Got a couple of levels here, so I'm hoping that helps out as well. So 182.80 is our stop. So let's see if this momentum can continue. We're most likely going to get a pullback, hopefully not too deep into 183. And then the other one that looks good is NVIDIA. No, it's Apple. So I'm in PLTR. Let's see if the continuation continues here. And then the other one is Apple. The other one is Apple right at the VWAP. Here's the breakthrough candle. This looks really, really good too. All right, let's see if PLTR can do something. All right, so far 3 trades. Feels like I traded a lot, but it's only 3 trades, right? Just Oracle took so long.
But you've been watching and assessing a lot, right? So you've only taken 3 trades, but you've been doing a lot of sort of processing. So
it's a lot of work,
right?
Yeah.
Well, no, because it feels like a lot more work than represented in the actual number of trades. So
very true.
That's good. That's good. That shows discipline. I like it.
Yeah, very, very true.
I feel like I've had a busy day as well, and I haven't taken any trades. So
yeah, so a lot of
missing some of the downturn.
Yeah, active monitoring that we're doing here. I agree. All right, so let's see if PLTR can hold the VWAP. I expect a pullback, but hopefully can hold the VWAP. I have to finish trade book though. Still, one more chapter into that. Oh, you got Thor's book. Which book you have to finish? Life Without Grass TV. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. I feel bad. I should have warned you, Carlos. I have been wrong on every trade this week, and I am long PLTR. This time is gonna work because I'm in it.
There you go.
So, but see, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're wrong all week. It's irrelevant to your trade now. It really is. So, they're not connected. They're not connected. As long as you don't change as long as you're processing based on your trade book and the stuff that has worked in the past, it's not connected, man. You might think it is, but it's not. It happens. Our emotions get the best of us. But the one trade for this week, the many trades for this week, do not care about your trade right now. They don't care. Now, what can mess you up is your emotions, right? If you get emotional, and then you let your emotions change the way you trade, change the way you partial, and it could be a self-fulfilling prophecy if you let it, but it's not connected at all. So let's see. Let's trade our plan. Let's see if PLTR is going to push higher here. And this week has been rough because we've been getting a lot of chop. We're just not getting good continuation. Today was great though. Today was good, but we just didn't trade some of the stuff that gave us a real nice continuation, like an NVIDIA, Apple, who else on here? Tesla to the short side, Oracle now to the long side. The break of 192 was really nice. Break of VWAP was really nice. So let's see. All right, PLTR consolidating above the VWAP, which is normal because look at the big move we had. We had such a big move, right? Buyers are tired, so a little consolidation. Hopefully they can continue, regain their strength, continue to push higher. Our stop below VWAP 182.80, 184.50 would be awesome. We're just getting little pecks here and there. We're just picking up crumbs like a New York pigeon on these profits. They're just picking up crumbs, like just going to every block and seeing, hey, we got some crumbs over here.
I thought New York pigeons ate like full slices of pizza.
They probably do, but not today. Not today. Slim pickings. Oh.
Okay. All right.
Oh boy. Let's see. 84.50. Come on. Let's get one good solid trade. Let's get the slice of pizza, as Peter is saying.
There you go. There you go. Go
How do
for
you
the full.
decide? Some questions here. Carlos, are you manually stopping out or do you enter stop order? No, I don't enter stop order. If I did, you will see a line here. You will see like a limit order. But I'm not entering order. I'm stopping out manually. So I just hit the hotkey here when I stop out in partial. How do you decide your trade size? Risk. I decide based on how much I want to risk. So depending how much I want to risk, that's the size. So it's not too much the size of the shares, how much shares you're taking. It's just how much you want to risk, right? So based on that, where your stop is going to be, then you decide, okay, this is how many shares I need to take. Okay. And we have a hotkey for that. We have a great hotkey that does all that calculation for you, right? But I'm pretty good. For example, like I'm usually giving things $1.50, so that you can calculate. Okay, if it's $1, let's say for easy math, I want to risk $100, 100 shares, right? So for easy math, you could do stuff like that. But we have a hotkey that can do that for you. Very, very cool hotkey, which we also have it, by the way. If you guys haven't tried it, we have it in Trading Terminal. Like this hotkey is in Trading Terminal, so it is real nice. I'll show you guys. That's Tesla SPOTR 84.50. I'm gonna hold as much as I can here. You could try this this hotkey
Tesla.
in our simulator.
Tesla just came roaring back.
So here it is, tradingterminal.com, friends. Here's our simulator. And let's say, for example, you want to go long Netflix, right? And you want to risk, let's say $50, right? $50. So you put 50 right on here, right? This is 50. That means I'm risking $50. And then you put where your stop needs to be. So let's say you want to stop for some reason here at 93. You double click on this. Oh, no, sorry, just click here and then click on this little thing here and click on 90.
Carlos?
Yeah.
Just PLTR.
Oh.
Just want you to pay attention here. It's getting close to your target.
It is at my target. I'm gonna partial right now. Hold on, friends. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, right, almost there. 184.
There you go. 184.50 right now.
Yes.
There you go.
Finally, something that's worth partialing on. Partial 184.50. Let's see.
Make sure you got it.
No, thank you, man. I wasn't
looking on us.
I wasn't looking. So we'll put this train terminal on hold for a second on Q as we get PLTR doing its thing. Okay. All right. See if we get 185. 85. We did it, says Brian. Yeah, we did. You guys called it out. You guys called out PLTR. I did not have it on my watch list. So you guys called it out. Great job calling that VWAT breakout there. We were a little late to the entry, but we got the entry near where we would have entered, right? So we got it maybe a little off, but not too much, not too bad. All right, this is a good partial. I might take another one, guys, just in case we're not going to continue here. I might take another partial. Let's take a look at Atlas. Your long Tesla, very good. Matt Profs, you called out AMD. Yeah, see, but we're getting this like little breakout situation on a lot of these tickers. And that's why when things start to kind of head northeast, we started looking for, okay, what ticker is near the VF for a VF breakout, right? Because that's usually my strategy. Apple failed, but it's trying to do it again here. And PTR looked the best. It really did look the best. So glad we joined that one. Here's NVIDIA, guys. NVIDIA's doing the VWAP breakout now. So it did a small pullback. Not the best setup, but it might It might pull back here again and give you a really nice view at breakout. Tesla. Wow. Tesla.
I know Tesla's
And
really gunning here.
And look at Oracle, man. Oracle is so nice. This was my field trade was that this thing was going to recover some of the losses today. But timing is everything.
Isn't it?
You were too early to that party. All right, friends. 185. I'm taking another partial here. Actually, I might do it slightly below it because we do have a moving average there just in case. So I'm ready for it. Yeah, I'm gonna take it right now, actually, just in case that's gonna be a problem. So another partial here, just a little bit higher than our initial partial, just in case we get some rejection on here. So that is very nice. Google as well. I see you guys calling out Google. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Google at the View app also, guys. Yeah. Yep. That's another one here as well. Apple, it's at the View app, but it doesn't look good though. Like it's just kind of like it's like getting to the finish line, but just kind of like dropping over and rolling over to the finish line. It's like it's not doing it in a very nice, clean fashion. Like this is not clean the way Apple's doing it there. So I don't know about that. All right. Glad I took that partial as we're pulling back just a little bit here. James back. James, you're back. All right, James. Now you got to go. I like your chat rate, though. I mean, the fact that you're chatting there improves our chat rate on YouTube. So if you're not too annoying, maybe we'll keep you for a little bit. Because he's being nice. He's doing it like once every 20 minutes, 10 minutes. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
He's very slick about it, too. Very slick about it.
Got those, I don't know, bot-looking posts.
Yeah, posts with the explosion and
or it's bot James.
Bot James.
But
yeah, it's probably a bot. I agree. It has to be. I can't see. It's a lot of work to keep coming back to the stream and posting like that. All right. Wow. Netflix pushing higher. All right, James. We'll say bye to you, man. It was fun. It was real. But we have to let you go. It's not us, it's you. All right, PLTR. Let's see what else we can get. James Bot 007. Exactly. Yeah, Netflix. I'm looking at Netflix in our trading terminal. Look at it. That's what we're about to do our trade on. But so you can do a fixed risk here, and you can do the same hotkey on Dash Trader Pro. So if you click on here, this is $50 risk, right? So you put how much you want to risk. Then you click on this little thing, and you see this gray line. This is basically where you want your stop to be. So let's say you want your stop to be here, right, where some of these lows are, 93.90. You click on that. It calculates how much shares you need to take for it to amount to a $50 risk. And here it tells you 121 shares. Now all you have to do is hit the buy button, right? You hit buy, and then it's going to do its thing. There's your buy order, okay? And then give it a little bit. It calculates your stop loss order right there, right? So you can also this is tradingterminal.com. We just added this not so long ago, so you can do this in tradingterminal.com. But you also have this hotkey in Dash Trader Pro. You can do it as well, where you can select on the script. Okay, I only want to risk $50 per trade, right here. and wherever your stop needs to be, it calculates how many shares you can take. You have to take for that. So when it comes back down here to this area, you're stopped out automatically, and you only risked $50, right? So pretty cool. Yeah. You might see the name Cow's Hotkeys on it, exactly, or another name that is going by is Advanced. What is it? Advanced Stop Loss Hotkey, something weird like that. But that's it.
Something weird like that.
Something weird like that. You can tell a programmer named that. But yeah. I like the simplicity of Trading Terminal. It is awesome, man. It is real simple, and you know it's what trading should be. Your system should be very simple. You know, where is that in Trading Terminal? Right here. Go to Simulator. Right. So if you go to Trading Terminal, which by the way, my Trading Terminal was acting a little slow, guys. And just a tip, I went and I cleared the history, the cache, whatever. I cleared that out. And it's working perfectly. Like for some reason it was a little bit slow, and I'm like, why is this happening? So I cleared the cache, and this morning, beautiful. So make sure you do that if you're seeing like a little buggy. But you go here, Simulator, right over here. Click on Simulator, and then you can practice that. Oh, I took this on my funded account. Okay, let's see if it works. Oh, very nice. Cool. Question: should I continue trading if I hit my profit target for the day? Was thinking I could risk the money that's above my day's profit target on another trade. I would say if you're still watching the market and you're within your trading time frame. For example, like I don't trade after 11, but if you're still within your trading time frame and you still can follow your trade book, yeah, you keep trading. I don't see why not.
Yeah. So,
you know.
Yeah, to say the same thing Carlos said, just a little differently, have a rule for it, right? Just have a strategy. I always go back to Thor, because Thor and I worked this out with him a while back, because he was having the same problem. When I hit my target, what should I do? And we agreed he would risk the amount above his target, and if he got back to his daily target, then he's done for the day. But I would say you should implement that as a fixed rule, and then you can go back and take a look and say, well, how often does that work, right? Like if you're always going above target and then you come back to your target and stop out, well, that's not working out for you. That last trade or two trades is clearly costing you money. So you're better off to just stop when you get that really good trade that puts you above target and be done. However, if you find that more often than not, or on a profit basis, you're able to add to your winnings, and when you're above target, you get one or two more winners, then by all means. But you won't know that until you've done it a number of times following a fixed rule. So set a rule and just follow it.
Yep. All right. So
Andrew, how are you, sir?
Andrew and Brian, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing?
Yeah, welcome from beautiful Vienna. You look like you're in a Viennese hotel room. You've got the picture and
I am in an.
Yeah, I was saying that too. It looks very European. The curtains look European.
Yeah, it's very old. You should see the whole room. The whole room is like Mozart used to live here. I can feel his presence here.
Okay.
Or Hitler. It could be either way.
Well, do you feel inspired to either make music or do something despotic?
Yeah, it can go either way.
Hitler was a painter, so it's not a good one, but he was a painter.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it was actually a lot of really interesting people that has been in Vienna, like Erwin Schrödinger, the big quantum theorist. He was Christopher Waltz, my favorite actor. He's from Vienna. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's from Vienna. Yeah, there's so many amazing people. I think even Mother Teresa is from Vienna. So there's a lot of really big people from Austria.
Really? I didn't know that one.
Yeah. So, all right. So trading, guys, for me was really good. I am actually very profitable on Oracle and NVDA. So, Brian, so you're sharing my stuff. Carlos is sharing this. So I did 3 trades on Oracle, 4 actually, as a matter of fact. So I shorted Oracle at the open. And what happened was I shorted that and I got stopped out with the loss. And then I flipped my position to the long and I made some money. And then I shorted again and I got stopped out. And then last time I shorted and I became profitable on that. So 1 trade here, that was a loss, green, loss, and green. So that was the Oracle. And then NVDA was a really good trade that we did, and I'm still in there. So we did catch a really nice bottom on NVIDIA and Tesla, Brian and I. I traded on NVIDIA 177 all the way up to 178.60, added more at 177.60. So I'm still long in there and see if the NVIDIA wants to go back up or not. So the situation is really good in our bank account. Brian did a really nice trade on Tesla from S4.
Yeah.
Brian, you mentioned that you took his trade,
Yeah, no,
and
that
yeah, it was
well,
really
it
good.
was actually yeah, it was actually you that pointed it out because I'd shorted Tesla um, prior in the earlier in the market session, and then unfortunately got stopped out for this bigger move. But yeah, we were looking at S4 as potential area for support, and that just seemed to coincide roughly when the market turned as well. So got a nice bounce off that level, and yeah, and then played it again as a bounce through the View app later on. So just really just focusing on Tesla today. Yeah, it worked out well.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Delfino, as you mentioned here, this is the one. Um, so yeah, so
Goodness.
situation is really, really good on our bank account. Oh, NVDA is dropping, so I might actually stop out on NVDA very soon. Any question, guys? We did on our trading in the chat room or in YouTube. How was your trading, Carlos? Did you trade anything? Peter, you guys did trade anything?
Yeah, I traded Oracle as well. Long and short, partial, and then stopped out. Didn't get the continuation. And then I traded PLTR. I'm still in PLTR now, so that's what's the good one for today.
Nice. Yeah, so in terms of profit, you want to see, let me get out of this NVDA, because NVDA, I'm long. Yeah, NVDA is stopping me out here. And NVIDIA was actually turned out to be a really nice, oh shit, I got short NVIDIA. Let me cover this one. Yeah. So it turned out to be a really nice day, guys. So I did,
Yeah,
short,
turned out to be
yeah,
a
so
good
I
day.
did really nice, yeah, very nice trading here. We got on all of them. Very, very nice. So it was a big partial on NVIDIA. NVIDIA was almost at my profit target, 179.50. So my partials are usually 10%, but sometimes I press a couple of times, so it would be more than 10%. I think I was out mostly with 178.60, but I took a big size in NVIDIA. Peter, yeah, the tape. So what do you mean by tape? You mean the level 2, or you mean time and cells? Because people use on both of them. The tape should really is actually time and cells, and I look at still time and cells. But no, level 2 is so yesterday, man. I don't really look at it anymore. I just have it
So
because I
yesterday.
need this information on the level 1. Why are you laughing, Brian? Peter?
I like it. So
Just your
yesterday. So
yeah,
Yeah, level two is good, but
So
Atlas is
2024, eh?
no,
Maybe.
it's level two. Yeah, I mean, like 2019, like more of it. Like yeah, yeah, you gotta adapt to the new technologies. Like today, I was in Vienna, and like Louis C.K. is a comedian. He has a joke that people need dying is a really good thing because people die. We can't tolerate people from like 40s and 50s and 60s, and they say if you go to an airport and you don't know how the bathroom works, it's time for you to move on because the problem is not you, it's the problem is the thing. Today I was in Austria, and then there was one old lady. She was trying to buy a memory card for a very, very old camera that she had. And she was holding the line for like forever. Then I was looking at it, and I thought, man, who is using camera anymore to take, like, she was a tourist, she wanted to take pictures from, like, now is the best camera is in your hands. Like, but she was still so, like, 35 years ago, 20 years, 5 years ago, and people using these cameras. Like, um, you gotta adapt to the new tools, new technology. No, I don't think she's lame. Like it's just you have to adapt, and it's difficult. And it's very difficult. These new technologies and everything. During the pandemic, my mom wanted to travel. Every country had their own app. Every country had their own procedure for PCR tests and everything. It was difficult. She couldn't handle it. So um, that's a challenge. Like that's one of my real concern is that if I don't keep up with the AI and everything, especially in my business, AI content generation and everything, so I might become a very outdated person really soon. And um, so it's very important to like for example, level two was really important. It was a very big portion of my trading career. But this level two that you're seeing is exactly market atlas. I'm going to bring it here for you. So you can actually put them together. Or Carlos, go full screen if you can. Um, yeah. So you're full screen. So this data that you're seeing here, this box that I'm gonna make a red here, this box with a much better visualization and clarity is coming into the market atlas. Plus way more levels, very more data, including also futures data. This is NQ futures. So this one is a little bit, a little bit different. So you have to zoom in and zoom out and adjust it. So it has everything in there. So Oracle, different levels, AMD, different levels, everything is in there. So I really don't look at this one anymore.
I don't see anything that I'm really keen on trading right now. Um, what's Bitcoin doing today? Because it seems like Hood's really selling off. I'm not sure if that's because of Bitcoin or something Hood specific.
Bitcoin prices were down early this morning, not severely, but they were down to about 91,000. Sorry, they're at 90,100 right now, down from about 94 overnight.
Well, the whole market is bouncing back to the downside. At least
Yeah,
NVIDIA does.
could
Brian,
be. I
shall we
mean,
make
Hood
another
is.
trade in the NVIDIA long
Uh,
at 176?
let's look at. Speaking of Atlas, let's take a look at it. It's a big order at 177 that looks like it's about to get filled.
Oh yeah, definitely it's going to go to 177. Carlos, you can go full screen so I can actually explain market access a little bit. It's a very important tool for trading, guys. It's extremely, extremely important. Let me bring this one here actually. So it's very, very important, guys, to have this. Well, let me double click on that, zoom in a little bit. So I use 5 cents aggregation. So 177 is very important, as you probably can see that 177 here as well. So the orders are stacking down. at 177. And as soon as this one breaks down, I don't know how far we're going to go. You see, there's not a lot of order here, but there's a lot of order stacking down. So that means that the price usually goes toward the liquidity pools. So imagine always like this matadors in Spain that, bring this red flag and the move just goes toward that. It's the same thing. Price action is usually goes toward these big black holes of liquidity. So right now, okay, so we did some activity on 77 and now that order is gone. So that was very interesting. Do you see that this is very interesting. This order was there and now it's not anymore. So price is doing a bounce, but let's see what's going to happen. There are some order at 176.50. See if we want to go down or not. Now, let me zoom out. So we have big orders at 178.30 and then we have 176 and we are right in the middle. So this is a really big question mark. We don't know which way it can go. You can look at the chart pattern, but from this liquidity, it can go either way. It can go this way or it can go that way. One thing that it really helps is to know that it's minus 3%. And I was honestly thinking of taking a trade around here at 176.70. But it didn't really get there. So yeah, so trading terminal, guys, you can see the market access a trading terminal, which we have access to all the NASDAQ data and also CME group data, which is slowly adding all the tickers on that. I don't know if RTY was added or not. Let's see if the RTY, I think RT use is the IW's RTY. Oh yeah. So RTI, now we have RTY. There are a couple of this is the IWM futures. There's also another one. ESNQ. What was the other ones? Let me see. On the S&P 500, we have yeah, there's a big list of tickers that we can have for various well, what is my setup when I'm traveling? So I can actually take a picture of my setup and others can show. This is my setup.
Shorted the SPY. Short the SPY right now on that bounce. I'm counting on this continuation of a trend, which is lower.
All right, let's see what NVDA is doing.
Gonna cover some. Oh, I'm trading. Actually, I lied. I'm shorting the Qs, which basically is just the SPY and the Qs are moving in the same sort of pattern. So I'm short the Qs by using 620 puts.
Oh, NVDA is going to go down. Tesla's, oh yeah, Tesla's back at this 4.2. The sell-off continues. What was
Yeah,
that?
Tesla did a round trip there. So on this trade, I was watching the
Yeah.
index and just we lost the VWAP. Came down, touched yesterday's low, bounced, and then I was looking for a retracement to this trend line that's heading from upper left to lower right. So we came back, got to that level, and that was also there were some moving averages there as well, the 9 and the 20. So that's where I took a short. Again, tight stop. Because we're just making a series of lower highs on every bounce on the cues here. So now I'm looking really good on this trade. Going to
All right,
cover some
Tesla is going
more.
to go to 440. Tesla looks like it wants to go to 440. There's a huge order there.
Nice, Stefan. Took that 620 put trade as well. Awesome.
All right, Tesla looks like it really wants to go to 440. I'm looking at a potential another reversal at 440.
Yeah, I'm covering some of this because I think we're going to get another bounce somewhere around here. Spies at the VWAP. We just bounced off the VWAP. Wow,
Mhm.
Tesla looks like making a new low here.
Yeah, it wants 440 Tesla, I think. So somebody's asking, G-Man is asking a very good question. He's asking, isn't it better to zoom out? Yes, absolutely. You have to zoom out to see the bigger picture. You also have to, again, Carlos, continue sharing my full screen. You know, this is very important. I'm looking at 1 minute. I'm looking at 5 minutes. I'm looking at the overall Atlas activity. And I'm looking at what's happening in the market as well on another screen that you guys don't see, but I can actually bring it here for you. So I am also looking at this that you guys don't see. So there are a couple of, big, items, for me at the same time. I'm looking to see what's happening. Again, Tesla 440 is breaking down. S&P 500, 5 minute. And look at this, that is going to go towards, the 440. Right now, I don't want to be short it, but potentially I can take a reversal on it, Brian. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm still short the cues. I'm covering some more puts here at 220, $2.20, the SIC 20s. What a move.
On Tesla, huh? Tesla still is at 440. Let's see if we can go towards 440 on a
What
daily
does the book
chart.
look like?
Uh, the book is 440
Man,
is a
that
big
just
order sitting down there.
man, that was a really good trade. There's a big order at 440. So maybe if we hit that right now a lot of these stocks are just trading with the market. So you look at AMD, NVIDIA, they're all trading with the market, which isn't surprising because there's no news on any of them specifically. Yeah, Atlas is a really great tool.
So somebody is asking, AWP Trader says that does Atlas show all the orders? No, only the ones that are in NASDAQ, which is 80% of the market tips. Usually shows itself, in the pre-market and post-market because a lot of, orders are going down. Then you see a little bit of a difference. But when the market is open, NASDAQ level 2 total view is pretty much enough for everybody. But in the pre-market and post-market, sometimes you see that even the spread on the Atlas and the spread on the real market is different because there's not a lot of activity going on. So Qs are going down. Qs are bouncing.
So now we're getting after that sell off, we're getting a bit of a bounce there.
Yeah, I think Tesla wants Pro 40
I
though.
like Eamon has this rule that 3 red candles is usually a good indication that we're going to get a bounce at some point. Doesn't always work, just like every other indicator, but
Why do you prefer, Pretty Bird is asking, why do I prefer S&P 5 SPY over Qs for index bias? SPY is more general. the behavior of the market, and usually there are more capital needed to move the S&P 500. Like for example, a company like Oracle is not part of QQQ because it's listed in NYSE. So looking at a SPY, but I think it's included in a SPY. So when you look at the SPY as a representative of the market, it's probably more accurate than QQQ. But again, it's accurate is a wrong word because there is no correlation that I'm really looking forward. I just want to get an idea of what's happening. It's like you're driving and you look at your, your engine RPM. I want to make sure that, what's happening over there. You're not over limit or something like that. Or look at the back mirror, rear window, but rear mirror. But it's not that's the only thing that you're looking at.
You have to remember that the SPY, the SPY is has got a lot of technology in it. I can't remember the exact percentage, but I think it's over a third of the SPY is technology, and of course the Qs are highly weighted to technology. So you have to just keep that in mind. But the SPY is heavily influenced by can be influenced by the direction of the Qs, and because right now in this market, I mean everything is trading on AI and technology. So the SPY tends to mirror what the Qs are doing, but not always. I mean, there's never 100% correlation. Kumar, it's again, it's kind of just reading the price action. We're coming back up now. Got another bounce going on here, so I've only got a few of these puts left, so I'm just going to see if if we get through the VWAP, I'll take the rest off. But already partialed a lot on the way down here, especially when we got over $2 on these puts. That was kind of like a bit of a we really went kind of parabolic there, so that's why I thought it was a good time to get out of a lot of these. Okay, so Q's rejected the VWAP. Let's see what direction we go now. I guess I could have added to that trade, but at the VWAP, but it's getting to the time of day where I'm become less profitable, so I'm not really enthusiastic about taking another trade now or adding to a position. Yeah,
No.
exactly. Tech is heavily influencing the market. The other thing that's really driving this market here is gold and silver. Man, I have a lot of gold and silver in swing accounts.
Gold and silver. What's the ticket for gold? GLD?
Well, there's GLD or GDX and GDXJ are ETFs for gold miners. SLV silver
Yeah.
hit an all-time high this week.
Well, the market seems that they love gold, buying some gold. NVDA is bouncing. All right, guys, that's pretty much with me. It was a pretty good day. So Thor is coming
Yeah.
on board. Thor, we added a couple of really more tickers on futures on Atlas as well. I'm going to send you the list of list of tickers that we added. Like RTY is futures of small caps, Russell 2000 and everything. So I'm gonna send you the list of tickers for you.
Oh, great. That's very exciting. I can't wait to take a look at it.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much. It was a pretty good day for me. See you tomorrow morning, guys. Tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon in Europe. Ciao, ciao.
See you.
Ciao.
Take care.
Well, that's always
Good morning.
exciting. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Thor.
How is the profit of profit
How are
today?
you?
I'm
Awesome,
amazing.
man. You back in the home base?
Oh yeah. Been home. No like major travels for the I'm like for the holidays really scheduled. Might go hit the parks with the kiddos for a couple of days, but other than not
Hey,
really much going on.
you're you're doing something in Sarasota, or have you already done that?
I did that already. Money show. Yeah, we
Oh,
did that
okay,
last
nice.
week actually. Um,
Oh, okay,
right now I'm
awesome.
watching some gold. I think gold's about to like start selling pretty good up here. We're in a low wide range and we're all the way up like basically as high as we should go on this thing. So I'm looking to see if the
Yeah,
market should go. And I actually bought last night on NQ, Brian, right off, and I'll show everybody this sweet buy I had on NQ yesterday. Check this guy out. And I was up in the middle of the night having a little having some conversation with some friends and doing a little studying, looking at trading. And this is ATR
yeah.
low we have right here. We melted in the after
Okay,
hours, and then we hit ATR low. And when we bounced off of it, I longed, and then went to bed. And then when I woke up, I had made it from ATR low all the way back to S4. So it was woke up
nice,
this morning, paid. So I was pretty happy about that. So now we're
nice,
now we're
nice.
going from there. So yeah.
All right. Nothing like waking up. Well, yeah, Andrew had his check his phone trade. Sometimes we hit the washroom, come back, and see our price in the right direction,
Oh, that's
and
always
you
fun.
just go to sleep. You just go to sleep and wake up, and you're in the money the next day.
It's always a
Gotta
good
love it.
time. I
Yeah,
always had trouble doing it with equities, but I can do it with futures because I can still run a stop after hours. So I like feel okay. I can
right.
sleep.
Man, I really I gotta sit down with you and go through that someday. Next time we're together,
Yeah.
because I'm futures. I've never
You got to
tried to
hang out with
trade,
me
but
and V, because V does the swing
I think
trading with
so.
futures. She's really good at that. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna grab some breakfast. So you
Ah,
guys, everybody, hope you had a good morning. Thor, great to talk with you. Sorry you couldn't be
always great,
in
man.
Thailand, man.
Oh yeah, man, me too. It's
Next
just,
time.
for me
Next
and
time.
life, it's just too many jumps away for me to get back to the daughter if something
Yeah,
happens.
yeah,
So, but
yeah.
I didn't get invited to
Next
Dubai
time.
though. Like he was in Dubai for like a couple of days. I feel like I should have gotten maybe that
Oh,
invite.
that's okay. Yeah, I didn't get that invite either.
I
So
know. What's
I
up?
think
I'm ready for Dubai meetup.
Andrew was spending some family time there. So cool.
Yeah.
All right. Catch y'all later.
Yeah. All
Cheers.
right, talk to you later. Cheers. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. Good to see you all. Let's go ahead and do a little maintenance work for me if you don't mind. We are here. We have very few jobs. My job is to somehow attempt to entertain you. And then your job is to smash a little thumbs up thing. Because that makes everybody happy. And then I still get to come here and hang out with you every day. So hello, hi. Dubai is quite far, even though I'm East Coast. Ooh, awesome. Good to know. Hold on, let me log into there also. Oh, that's exciting. I get to hang out with everybody today. Hold on, I'm pulling up the BBT chat room too. I agree. Yesterday's session with Dr. V it was so much fun. And I like that we really got to get into like the nitty-gritty of the cams a little bit and really like talk about some stuff. I thought that was a lot of fun. That we were able to really get into things. So it was so much fun. Gold, higher range day to me. Can you explain why it's a lower range? Let me see. I didn't really look. So because my system just calculates it. So yesterday our range, hold on, let me see here. Here we go. So you can see yesterday's range, right? Here's the fourth level, here's the third level, here's the third level, here's the fourth level. Today our fourth level is here, 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 and here. So this is definitely a lower range. No. So okay. This is where we're getting confused, maybe. The range is a thing that occurs, and we know exactly what the range is as soon as the previous day closes, right? So today's pivot range is calculating off of the 2-day pivot relationship from the prior 2 days, right? So the opening position doesn't have any relevance on whether it's a higher or a lower range. Whether it's higher or lower depends on the closes, right? So because we on this day here, right, we closed here. On this day here, all right, hold on, wait, where is it at? Sorry, you're not. This is a future, so it's gonna make it really weird. Let me go smaller. See, our CP is here, right? This is where we closed. Right? And oh yeah, let me use my really keys. I can edit. Let me go yesterday close, right? And then yesterday close. These are the 2 levels we're looking at, right? And they are the blue levels, right? So notice right here, you can't see them. Gosh darn, get up here. It should be in the top. But notice here, yesterday close is here. Yesterday's close is here. So if you want to get the range, draw an arrow from 2 days ago's close to yesterday's close, and that's your range, right? That's a lower range. Does that make sense? So there's 2 ways you can figure it out. You can either just look at the relationship of the cams themselves, or you can use the relationship between 2 PDC to PDC. Either of those will help you determine your range. What are the future platforms to use out there? I don't understand. Like you can trade futures on almost every platform. Some of the preferred ones are this right here is TradingView, which is what I use. Do you mean brokers? There's lots of brokers too. Interactive Brokers does good. Futures, Charles Schwab, you can do futures. I have Trade-A-Vit. Also there's you can also do funded brokers. Ooh, look at gold. So I liked gold. I got short on gold, like I was telling y'all about earlier. Right. So I liked it when we got up here. And then here you have this big selling signal, really, really fun. So let's see if we get a good move on gold. I'd like to get back to R4 on it. So the indicators that I'm using are the Camarilla pivot plays, ATR adaptive ATR limits, really key levels, and a clock. I'm using the buying and selling detector, and I'm using ghost candles. All of these are all coded by BruzzX because BruzzX is my developer, right? So he's my partner in crime here. He is the Franken to my Stein, if you will. So when I come up with weird, crazy ideas, he is the one who turns those crazy ideas into logic. We actually have a new indicator we're working on right now, actually, that I think is going to be another game changer indicator for people. Let's just say, I don't know how to tease it, but we'll see. I'll tease it soon. But let's just say if you like trend lines, you're gonna like this. Okay, Netflix. Netflix is in a lower, wider range, and we are offering to sellers. So I do like the idea of an R3 short here. The thing I don't like is that we had to sweep out. That said, I do like that we tried to buy pre-market high and the premium, and our result of that attempt to buy was a stuff and then an immediate rejection, right? So I do like the idea of getting short here. The only thing that bothers me about being short here is that it is not premium, right? Like pre-market high is really more of where premium is. So it would have been nice to be in maybe more there. But I mean, we are now selling and selling well. So I do like that. YM all-time high. All right. We can look at let's go back to Netflix for you. Because I do like Netflix for a possible R3 short here. Samim. Let's go ahead and pull up let's go ahead and get our beloved order book rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and launch trading terminal. I'm going to rock and roll Atlas. I'm very excited to hear that we have other tickers coming on the futures side. So what do you think? It's going to be RTY. So if it's RTY, it would just be /RTY, right? Yeah, see, we don't need anything. So let's see, do we get YM? Let's see if we got RTY and YM. No YM, at least. All right, we got RTY though. That's fun. The difference between Camarilla Light and Camarilla Premium, Pete, do you have your own calculation not equal to the definition of CPP? I never get the same as yours. It's a mystery. Yes, I have my own calculation that I utilize. So, at least my own way of handling the calculation. So if you get the light version, which is free, then you get everything that it really has. It just doesn't have Thor mode. So Thor mode is on the premium version. It's when you go in there, you select Thor mode, and it configures your cams exactly the same way my cams are configured. Now, there is no difference between the two codings in that regard. Like you can go through and adjust the settings in it and get it to look exactly like mine, right? But if you don't want to have to go through and figure that out, that's where it's nice to get the premium version. Because every time I update my cams or my calculations or any of that kind of stuff, it automatically gets updated into the premium version with Thor mode. Now, it also, the CPP version or the full version, I guess you could say, also does play calling, right? So you know what I mean? So when you're getting these alerts, you can get alerts off of it where it actually calls the different plays for you to try, right? So, but again, if you've read my book and you understand the system, it's not necessary. So that's why I'm just saying it's a premium feature, you know? So that's about it. So, but everything else is all there exactly the same way. Let's look at gold. It's starting to offer, it's just not happening. But yeah, so I use my own calculation method, and it works on stocks and futures. Yep. Yep, the book has how I do it. It's in the book. And I'm happy, like, if you have TradingView already, like, I don't mind this either. Like, there we go. Like, there's my settings right there if you want a screenshot. That's it right there. So I'm not like that's the thing. Like, I'm not really trying to like the reason why we do this and we charge, for that higher model is because I have a developer, right? So one of the great things about using the indicator that I have, and one of the reasons why it was important for me to get it to this point, is I wanted job security. Right. I've always hated the idea that I'm using somebody else's platform, using somebody else's indicators that could be there or not be there. Like 5 years from now, I don't know if DAS is there or not. You know what I mean? I don't know if DAS keeps the same exact pivot calculation or not, because I don't have a way of controlling that. Right. But DAS has the fastest executions for equities. Right. So that's why I still execute through DAS for equities. Right. But I didn't feel comfortable relying on anyone. So when I teamed up with Bruz to start developing all of my indicators, right? So everything from adaptive ATR limits to ghost candles to the buying and selling detector to the Camarilla pivots and the pivot plays, right? These are all mine that it's all out of this crazy brain up here, right? So, but it was all in the endeavor to move towards automated trading, right? And to move towards as much as I could say job security in the market. Like I had, now I really don't have to worry about whether or not I will have cams that work or that. And then so the money that, the majority of the money that I even make from the indicator itself just goes directly to the supporting of the indicator itself. Right. So, because we're constant, like today, we're going to release an update in a day from now. We'll have an update coming because we restructured some of the play calling, because we're constantly looking at all the calls it makes, analyzing those calls to see if they worked, they didn't work. If they didn't work, is there like something consistent? And so we'll remove tickers from our watch lists. We'll add tickers to our watch lists, and it's a monthly. I mean, and you can do it like at a year at a time, but yeah, it's a subscription. So I thought about doing a lifetime, but I just I don't know how I would value it. Because you got to think about like for instance, using the indicators that I use today, this week, I've already made, what, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday together, I think I made like 10 or 11 grand. Right? So like what's $100 indicator? You know what I mean? It called all my plays for me that I've taken. Every trade that I've taken this whole week has been, a called trade. So it's just, or something that fits my cam system, and something that has like a signal on ghost candles and stuff like that. It's just freaking cool. If you just go, the easiest way is just go to my Instagram at Thor Young, MA. And you can get links to all of those there. My book is there. There's also a link to my my mentoring group. So I have for those of you who were here with Dr. V yesterday and enjoyed that, Dr. V and I have a group mentoring endeavor together. So we call the Alchemists. So, and basically at Thor Young MA. So put an M and an A on the back of it. So, and this, has our small mentoring group where every single morning, I do peak capital live trading during the peak capital months. And then I do BBT here, YouTube. And then like tonight, I do Thursday night mentoring. So for anyone who needs mentoring, yep, that's it. For anyone who needs mentoring, for instance, and wants to do it through BBT, come to Thursday night. You can ask me anything you want for a whole hour. Right. So for everyone else, I do that in the middle of the day. So like with my small group, I do like a 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock every day. And then we do a morning larger time frame analysis, trend analysis with Dr. V. And she does like meditation or hypnosis like every morning to get us ready for the market. And then I tend to like rock with everybody at the opens and walk everybody through the ideas, kind of keep them calm, make sure everyone. So it's a pretty fun thing. Ooh, look at gold go. Wow. That's fun. Gold's going to go back up and reoffer that high. But that's kind of like a specialized thing, it's more like the like working with us in there is more like working like with like a personal trainer more than like a chat room. You know what I mean? Like Bearable Traders is like a really big chat room with like live trading and trade calls and all of that kind of stuff. And what we do is it's more of kind of like think of it more of like having a personal trainer, someone who's going to be talking to you directly, as often as possible, answering your direct questions as often as possible. Like you can DM me, that kind of stuff. So, speaking of questions, could you please see my question, Thor? Can you show how to determine RTH versus ETH? So RTH versus ETH is a varied calculation method, right? So basically what I do is if during the pre-market we move outside the RTH high or low, I will then use the ETH calculation. On futures, I always use the ETH calculation, but I will force the RTH close, which is kind of the secret sauce for futures. I also have a link there on my private. So if you just want to do like a 1-to-1 with me, you can book that. It's a Zoom. All kinds of stuff. But for all of you, you're here. Like, what's up? Ask away. Pivot Pirate 1. I have a hat that says Pivot Pirates. Calculation mode is auto. Yeah, I can do that. All right. So for instance, on NVIDIA here, as soon as NVIDIA opened, right, it opened out. So this light area, right, this is our RTH from here to here. From here to here Oh, wait. From here to here, sorry, is our ETH. Right? So in this instance, we opened below the RTH range, right? Which is from here to here. So since we opened data under the RTH range, we immediately use ETH cams. But if you notice at the prior day, look here, on this day, we opened inside what must have been inside the RTH lows, because look, our cams are very tight. But then look, we wick up and we go above that high, and we go above that. Look, our cams expand. Bink, 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 bink. Right? That was because we went outside the RTH range. So we went ahead and used the entire ETH range. Right? So if I go back on that one, you can see see, this is why. Look in our ETH. See our ETH range. See, RTH is from here to here. But our ETH is way up here. So our ETH goes from here, and our ETH low is still this, because we take the daily low here. Right? So when we start off, we're inside of our RTH range. But as soon as we wick out, we expand it. We start off in the RTH range. As soon as we wick out, we expand and we use the ETH calculation. Make sense? As best as I can do. Oh, I forgot. I was getting into the chat room and then I totally my ADHD totally fired there on the YouTube. Did most of the chat room people just come out to the YouTube and chat to me out here? Or are y'all still hanging out in the BBT? I'm coming. All right, I'm here. I'm coming. What's up, BBT? Sorry, I remembered, but then I forgot, but then I remembered, but then I forgot, and then I remembered. Do you find it more difficult to trade remotely from the laptop? No, Alex. I actually have a really unusually high hit rate from airports. I actually do really well remotely. But it's because my entire, but that's because I trade off of this thing. Right. So, I mean, whenever I'm in airports, I only trade, I tested it. I traded for 1 month straight, only using my iPad for every entry and exit, and it worked amazing. Hold on. I'll show you kind of what it looks like. Are your settings to the Thor preset for teeth? Yeah. Yeah, mine are set to Thor. They better be. So if you're looking at the 4 hour, for instance, look how clean this looks on my iPad. I mean, it looks just as good here. I can sit in an airport all day, every day. I mean, no problem. No problem. You know what I mean? It's the iPad Pro, the newer one. It works amazing. So I actually so the book does not include futures, but when I do the rewrite, I will include futures, which I'm thinking I may try and do that this year. Just depends on how much dad mode I have to stay in. But I really enjoy just trading off of my iPad. I like simple, pure, clean trading. No, Graham, I'm normally on YouTube during this time, but I'm getting this simulcast because our normal 11 to 12 guy isn't available. But I'm happy to be in at 11 o'clock anytime. I love simulcasting. So it's the bigger one. Kita, always the bigger one. That's funny. Could you please explain the buying and selling indicator across different time frames? Yep. So remember, the buying and selling indicator is a volume and price tool, right? So something can be buying on a larger time frame while it's selling on a shorter time frame. Right. So that's that's something like right now. So let's go over the BS buying and selling detector on gold right now. Right now, right, we are technically still buying. But you can see we have exhausted our buyers. This movement up to here was very large. Normally for gold, when we turn around, this is about the most buying we'll ever do before this thing turns around, right? So you can see this was a very large amount of buying. So it's not surprising to me that afterwards we had to offer, and then we basically rallied up. And as we rallied up, look at the volume. Look what didn't happen during our rally. It just stayed low, right? It didn't like do what this does, right? You can't even see it. That's how strong that was. Right? So now we've approached to the top, and when we've offered premium, which was the high here, we got stuffed, sold, and then found a seller. Right? So for me right now, now we're starting to actually offer to our sellers. Right? We're trying to entice selling. If we move much lower than this, we'll likely find sellers. Right? Really? Yep. You go through my it's my Instagram. All of my stuff is there. One-to-one sessions. Buying indicators subscription there, and my private mentoring group with Dr. V is there. Also, I want to remind everybody that there is a free trading terminal webinar, and it's today. The action, it's price action trading for beginners. We just posted a link in. This is being done by my Padawan, Nathan McConnell. Oh yeah, there's no wait list, Sarif, at all anymore. The new group is small group, and if you want to work one-to-one with me, you just book through my calendar, and it's all open booking. No more wait list anymore. I've abolished the wait list. So just come on in, come hang out with us. We're ready to go. And then so just come by my IG, and then my links to my one-on-one times are there too. So yeah, no more wait list. So hey, I need a referral for IG. You're probably the first person who's ever signed up for Instagram thanks to me. IG is gonna wonder what's happening. Tonight for Bear Bull Traders members, 8 p.m. Eastern. Every single Thursday for how long? BBT people, help me out here. How long has it been since I've been doing these Thursday night mentorings? 4 years? 5 years? 4 years? I mean, it's been a long time. And I think I've maybe missed like a handful of them. I mean, at most. I mean, it's been quite a while we've been doing these. So, for those of you who find working with me in small group or one-to-one a little on the pricey side, well, if you're a Bear Bull Traders member, you can just come to Thursday night mentoring, right? I'm on for an hour every night. We sit, we hang out, we chills. You know what I mean? We do our thing. So always come there. But yeah, so that's where you can work with me, hang out. Also, again, in my small group, Dr. V is in there also. So it's always a really good time. And then any s'more. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. How about we make old fashions tonight, Simmer, and do mentoring. Old fashions and mentoring. Can we do this? Nathan is on Trading Terminal and it's at 1 p.m. Not tonight. It's just 1 p.m. at 1 p.m. today. I'm at 8 p.m. tonight, mentoring webinar room. Nathan is Trading Terminal, free webinar. I'm not free, not free Thursday night mentoring with Thor. I almost confused myself on that one. Oh, so real quick, if you guys don't mind, can I gush on my dude Nathan for a minute? I really want to make sure, like, if you haven't had an opportunity to go by and go by and catch this thing, show up and be awesome for him. Nathan is he's one of my Padawans. So Nathan was a Peak Capital member also. When he came out of Peak, he had so many tools. He just needed a little bit of direction. And as I worked with him, he really embraced the order book. And that's why you'll notice he's one of, like, with Atlas and other visual order book programs, Spot Gamma, you name it, the dude just crushes. I would actually lovingly say and pleasingly say that I believe that the Padawan has now become the master. And I would say at times, Nathan, maybe even more adept than myself, when it comes to reading some of these tools. And you know what? That makes me really happy. He's a very talented guy. And I've really been happy to be a part of his trading journey. So to see him consistently presenting, creating new material, starting to do some of his own work, the dude's crushing. He's making great money trading. It's all the things. There's nothing in this entire journey that has made me happier than seeing people I work with start making money. It's really fun. It's better than making money myself, actually, which is kind of funny. Although I do really like making money for myself. All right. Let's see. Aw, thank you, Sarif. Flattery will get you everywhere. Uh, um, so I have no entries on silver. My gold entry is actually right here. I'm right at it right now. So let me show you. Gold's right here. So I hit the new low there above R6, and I have not played silver. I'm not super excited about what gold's doing right now. Thank you, French. Merci beaucoup. I know just enough to order lunch at an airport. Let's go. You ever see my favorite ones are the memes when it's like when you feel like like how to speak French and then you go to like a French restaurant in Paris and then the person starts speaking, you're just like, oh my gosh, that's funny. Thank you, T Chad. I'm really proud, I'm proud of the guy. Um so here's how I do my stops now. I kind of let me explain this, humorous, because I actually have a modification that I'm doing with my mentees and I do with myself as well now also. So I kind of had this whole thought. This is my thinking pose. Why do we partial winners but we don't partial our losers? Like we're always taking full like losses, but we don't really like, but we won't hold for full winners. Like so as I've taught a lot of traders, like one of the things I've realized is most of the time when we're not winning, it's actually because we're losing the attritional battle that is to be a trader. Right? The reason why many of you are going to have a lot of trouble becoming a trader is because you're a winner. You've been a winner. You're probably really successful in school. You probably did really great in your career. You probably are a real hard worker, right? You're probably responsible. You probably show up every day. You know what I mean? You're really, really a go-getter. You know what I mean? Like you're all the things you should be that society has told you every moment of your life will make you a loser, which means you're gonna suck at trading. Because to be a good trader, you gotta be a loser, right? We're losers. Every single one of us sitting here right now, we're big fat losers. Like nobody runs a 90% hit rate and makes money in trading. Andrew doesn't run a 90% hit rate. I don't run a 90% hit rate. You're not going to run a 90% hit rate. Not if you make money, right? Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you. You're gonna, whatever. Let's do this. Oh, I'm going to either really make a lot of people happy or a lot of people really upset or maybe 50-50. Tom Hogarth, people. Best loser wins. This right here is a graphical representation of risk versus reward. And I did it this way because I really suck at math. So I really thought that if I just did it this way, I could just use my Epic pen and draw it, and it would make a lot of sense. Okay? So here we go. If you run a 2-2-1, you must have a 50-50 hit rate to be mildly profitable. How many folks in here right now in this exact moment truly feel comfortable that they're capable of pulling off a 50-50 hit rate? Every time you hit the button, every other time you hit the button, you're going to make money. Right? Now that's at a 2-to-1. How many of you at 2-to-1, you take half off? And that half does not actually mature to 4-to-1, right? Because remember, every time you take half off, it has to go twice as far to make the same exact amount of money. So even when you're going for 2-to-1s or beyond, you're probably not actually getting 3 or 4. You're probably actually only getting about maybe 2.5. 2 3/4, 2 1/4, because by the time it comes back under 2 and you stop out, you're not really getting there. This is why you get very, very frustrated as a newer trader, especially if you're going for 2-to-1s. So in the beginning, we actually recommend going for 2-to-1s, right? But not watching your P&L. Why? Because you're not going to make money. It's so hard to say it without laughing because but it is what it is, right? You're not going to make money, but it's not about making money. It's about developing a strategy, right? You make money later, right? Right now it's like T-ball, right? Like you put the ball on the tee, you hit the ball. It's not about running bases yet. It's just about hitting the ball. So yeah, it's process. A partial is absolutely a trade, Mike. So it's not funny. It's not. Oh, none of it's funny. So anyway, so it's just not going to happen, but it's okay because that's what you focus on. But inevitably, you're not going to make money, right? So if you're going for 1-to-1s, don't even get me started on 1-to-1s. Scalpers. Oh my God, scalpers, my people. I love you so much. I really do. But I love you like in the same way I love my Uncle Jimmy, who's maybe like not quite like that. I'm in a really weird place right now. You know what I mean? Like I love you, but I love you because you're going through a struggle, and that struggle is going to be really real and really hard and really difficult to go through. You know what I mean? Like I don't want you to go through this struggle, but you're gonna. You know what I mean? So, because in order to be successful with a one-to-one, you have to run a 60% hit rate just to be slightly profitable. And I do mean slightly profitable, right? So you're talking about every 10 trades you take, right? You're gonna hit 6 of them. Or you'd have to hit 6 of them just to be mildly profitable. If you only hit 5 out of 10, you're break even. All that work, no gain. And this is true for most people, right? So if you're not making money in trading, there's a very good chance that the reason you're not making money is because you're not really winning the attritional battle, right? You're a shitty loser, right? When you lose too much in comparison to what you win. When you win too little in comparison to what you lose. It's not any more complicated than that. So this week, for instance, I have taken 5 trades. 3 out of 5 of those trades made it to over 8R. One of those trades made it to about 3.5R. One of them lost. So my average return on an entry is probably somewhere, leans somewhere in the north of 7R on my average winner right now for this week. Right? So right now my average is falling in up here. Now, let's do a little simple math on that, humorous. If you're hitting 7-to-1s, what kind of average do you have to run to be profitable, mildly profitable? A really freaking small one. Look at how the green stacks. Right? Look how the green stacks. Right? You can run a significantly lower hit rate. My math does not make sense at all. Ooh, fun. 100, I'm not great at math, so it's possible. So $50 R, 2,500, $50 times minus 50 loss, and 5,500 times $100 gains, thus 2,500. Can you put that in maybe an Excel, or a formula? Because I'm sure your math does make sense to you, but it doesn't really make sense to me. So help me out. So here's here's kind of simple math for country people. All right. Remember, I'm not very intelligent. I'm just a stock trader. Gold just decided to take off. Oh my God. ATR high going for gold. So obviously I'm out of that one. Wow. All right, so let's go back here. My Epic keeps not working. So here's how I'm gonna do this, right? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades. Each one of these can represent 1 trade or 10 trades so that you can use it at 100 or you can use it at 1,000, whatever. Right? So if you take 10 trades, right, and you run a 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zip. Right? And of these, you win 1 R. So each one of these is going to be an R. 1 R, 1 R, 1 R, 1 R, 1 R. But you lose 1 R, 1 R, 1 R, 1 R, 1 R. At 50%, you will be at 0. Right? So and that's just at a 1-to-1. So if you're running 1-to-1 and you have a 50-50 hit rate, you at best, right? You at best are break even. Right? Okay, so now let's do it again. All right, so let's say now each one of these represents 2R. Right? So each one of these are 2s, right? But we now run a 50-50 hit rate. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for our winners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1R losers. That's 5. So that's 5R. So at 50-50 with 2Rs, you can be slightly profitable at a 50-50 hit rate. Right? Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. 5. 10R. Right? So now here's how we take this to even the net. So this is why I like going for 4R or 5R or 6R, right? So because what happens is if we get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 10, but only 2. If this is at 4, right, that gives us 8. This gives us 8. I can be break even at only a 20% hit rate. Right? So I could have a really bad trading session or week or month, right? This could be 80% to 20%. This could be 80 trades versus 20 trades. Right? It's all kind of the same. Right? So, but if I run a 50-50 hit rate, right, then with that, but I just want to make sure, like, we're all clear here. That is exactly what this said. I just want to make sure we're all okay with that, right? Because here we are, right? 4-to-1, 20% hit rate, break even, right? 1-to-1, 50% hit rate, break even, right? So if you're 1-to-1ing, right, you're going to need to run a very incredibly high hit rate. And when I say hit, I mean target hit, right? And obviously there's going to be a little wiggle, right? Because it's a chart. Thank you, Milton, for that. Right? But it is at a 1-to-1, you have to be right 50% of the time. Agreed. Well, yeah, maybe I'm missing out on what Grant's arguing. Maybe you just said my math was wrong, but I was still right, and you were trying to correct the math. I'm not really. 2R is mildly profitable. It is. If you were going for 2-to-1s with a 50% hit rate, you would be mildly profitable. Anytime you're at the tier right above break even, I would consider that to be mildly profitable. Right? I'm definitely not gonna. This is why 1-to-1s are horrible. You basically can't be profitable. at least not well profitable, just mildly profitable, right? But I did say mildly, and I did say profitable, so it is profitable. It is mildly. They're killing me here, people. I feel like I'm having a. I feel like I'm having an argument with my ex-wife right now. Like, like you didn't take the garbage out when I told you to take it out. I'm like, well, I took it out, and the garbage is out. Gosh. But you said you're gonna, I don't know. Oh, God, I love you people. Okay, I'm sorry. That's maybe not appropriate. Maybe it is. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna finish, by the way. I had a whole point I started this off on. Mm. All right. So, why not partial our losers? Right? Is where I was going with all of this. So the new methodology, right, is what or that I'm teaching with many of my mentees that I'm utilizing myself, is I'm using a max risk with a minimum reward. My max risk per trade right now is 500. My minimum reward right now is 2,000. Right? So that means like let's say we're about to play a reversal here, and it comes up, it makes a bottom, it comes up, and then it goes like that, and I go short here. Well, if I risk 500 taking a contract or two, and my stop, because it's 500, is way out here, then what I'm going to go ahead and do is drag my stop down and put my stop right here. Right? I don't need to risk $500 on this trade in order to find out if I'm wrong or not. Right? The technical level tells me when I'm wrong, not my P&L. Right? So the idea here is more or less to completely move away from using P&L as a decision-making process at all. Right? Just on the min-max side. Right? So now my target, right, is going to be from here, and it is going to be a $2,000 target. Right? I'm still going to go for 2K. I just don't have to risk 500. Right? So if I end up only risking 130 or 150 or something because I pulled this stop down, then I still want 2K though. And then if we're going to 2K and we're in trend and it looks like we're going well, I am willing to risk 500 of that 2K on a drawback. Right? So if we go through this hit and make a down, if we keep going, I'm willing to let this keep going, and then I'm going to target the appropriate level. Right? So in this instance, like if I was short R3 or if I was long S3, I would be targeting R3 or like S3. And I'm going to go out at the technical level. So all of my entries and exits now are being made based upon technical reasons, not P&L reasons. And this will become the new way I'm going to be trying to teach as much as possible. So you'll see, for instance, the trade that I took on RTY yesterday, long. Look at this trade. 6 contracts of RTY. Max risk was 500. Actual risk ended up being about 250 to 260. The win at the top side was 3,800. Right? So just really nice, clean, technical trade, right? Ran it, hit the targets, in, out, no partials, minimum available loss, maximum right? Right, maximum potential gain, right? So it's as well as I think I could do. Like this trade yesterday I took was basically a perfect example of the best I really feel like I could do, as far as other than putting more money in. Like, I mean, I could have taken 10 contracts. That would have been better. But other than like adding, averaging, or doing something that's way too much work, there's just no other way for me to get more money out of the market than this. You know what I mean? So now I'm just scaling. If this continues to go the way it is, next year I'm going to look to bump to 1,000 per trade. So right now I'm sitting at 500 max. I'm going to go for, I think my goal for next year will be to double my max risk. So it is time. It is time. Let's go. Right? So, you know, time to be ballers. So everyone, YouTube, Bear Bull Traders, reminder, Nathan, 1 o'clock, trading terminal, go by, hang out with them, support them, love them. I know I do. Bear Bull Traders, Thursday night mentoring. Come by and hang out with me. I'll talk to you then. Everyone else, much love. See you tomorrow. Keep it green.